And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling pretty good right about now. Can't even talk. That's how good I'm feeling. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Couple seconds here. Because as I'm looking over, I need to get some volume going. That's always good. There we are. Well, I see myself and hear myself, so that means we're locked in and live, ready and recording. So welcome back in, everybody. This is the live stream Let's Play of MLB The Show 16. As we continue to follow this road to the show career of one Casey Braxton with the San Francisco Giants, and we are in the playoff run. So, there's our playoff tree there. We got some wild card games coming up. I just did my my stat jumpy thing, where we got to look at things. So, the wild card in the American League, Toronto and the Yankees, winner to play the Rangers. And then the National League, Cardinals, Brewers, winner to play the Pirates. And there's some dialogue in this thing there. Let me dumb that down. Woo! Whence we last left you. Ended the season, we beat the Cubs in the final game of the year. I handed them a 4-1 loss. Geez, 3-2. 2, 3. Yeah, they get 4 runs in 3 games. That's kind of how I felt when I was with the Cubs, which is really weird. Anyway. Monday, nothing. Tuesday the 3rd. Wild card. Milwaukee goes on. So it's Brewers over Cardinals. And Milwaukee will play Pittsburgh. And in Wednesday's matchup, we get Toronto over the Yankees. So, Blue Jays over Yankees. So this is now going to be the LD... Oops, I try to make this a little succinct. LDS. So this is kind of where we're at right now. So Milwaukee advances. They will play Pittsburgh. Elsewhere, Atlanta playing us Frisco. With the Blue Jays beating the Yankees, the Blue Jays advance to play the Rangers. And elsewhere in the American League, that's going to be Baltimore and Kansas City. Odd matchup there. I was kind of looking at it as far as what's going on. User settings, let's make sure. Veteran pitching difficulty, that is good. Let's just give it a save because we did advance a little bit of time here. Oh, you know what? Before we do that. How is, Okay, so that is still, like, kind of dipping. But that's okay. Speed's okay. Made all that. Okay, so I thought that would reset at the start of the playoffs. I guess I'm wrong. That's okay. Let's get a save going here. Save going right about here. Save our little notepad here that I'm doing. Ah! Oh, sorry. Overwrite. Let's do that. Bonk. Yep. Yep. Okay, so we gotta play the Braves. It's Severino. Rosales. Now, if I played here 1, 2, that's 3 days off. Would you give... I'd rather... If it came down to it... You know, it all depends on how it would get played. I mean, sure, would I rather be like Mr. Shut 'em out? Yes. Play next appearance. Here we go. Playoff time, everybody. Playoff time indeed. Giants and Braves, those are two very rooted National League teams. Deep roots going there. We got what we got. Got the start of the playoffs today. Probably getting all the playoffs that we can today, which of course also means we can kind of get a look at what team we'll be going to for next season as well. Whether I stay in Frisco, which seems fairly likely, depending on, like I said, who stays. That might extend the back end of this episode as I kind of look at the rosters and see who the good pitching pitching rotations are, so to speak. And I'm telling you, if that dude, who's the guy that went to Boston? Really good pitcher from Colorado. There's Wolf, who I think is still in Colorado, and then the dude that went to Boston. Had they both stayed there, I may have gone to Colorado for this year. Funny thing with that is, as I'm looking at it, Colorado 76 and 86. 10 games below 500. Missed the division by 18 games. Look at that. Wins, ERA, strikeouts. It's all me. Oh, Bryce Harper's their dude. I mean, I love the build-up here. I love the roaring trumpets and the music and all that stuff. And now, as I sit here, it is March 2nd, 2022, on a Wednesday. Yes, on a Wednesday. I had a really good past couple days business-wise, helping people with some money, policy stuff. Really good there. So, I mean, I'm kind of riding that kind of high momentum. I like that. A little bit of a storm rolling through here in South Florida, so I've had like a headache all since like last night, pretty much. Just the way it kind of affects the barometric pressure, and it kind of crushes my sinuses. You know, it's just, I don't know, something weird. I hate it, but whatever. AT&T Park, also my internet service provider.
And now,
they're okay. But anyway, let's get rocking and rolling here. We got the intros going. We know it's baseball playoff time. Yeah.
Leading off for the Braves, center fielder.
Braves, I'm not against going there. I like that batting stance. Again, he kind of got, that's almost a Babe Ruth kind of, maybe not as low a crouch, but whatever. Started off with a strike. 106. Actually, it only went like 90 miles an hour, but whatever. Down chopped up first, you got him.
He's out.
2 pitches, that saves the arm. Thank you for that. I had some music going and I shut it up too much. It was too much in my ears. I kind of like being able to hear the music in the background. So I turned down the game music in my headset here.
Woo.
Oh. Well, all but gone on one. Saves the arm. I love that. It looked like a good hit. It really did. But then I was able to run, so I knew it wasn't a home run. I'm like, how much of a gap shot is that? Doesn't matter. The guy caught it. That is some Mario Party music in the background, in case you're wondering. Look at Bryce here. 313, 31, 93. Couple more RBI, but that's a heck of a line right there. I do believe. He's got that little leg, that knee lift up. Otherwise, very stoic batting stance. He does not move much at all. Oh, that didn't sound too much. It went that far. It just sounded like a little tap shot. 2, 3, 4, 5 pitches. Saves the arm on that one, too. Yeah, 5 total pitches to get out of that inning. If they keep that up, quick day for me. Won't even throw 50 pitches today. Huh. That'd be great. What do we do in the bottom of the first? Nothing, that's right. Seth Diaz, 299, 26 and 81. All right, those are decent numbers.
0-1's the count.
Everyone's a superstar.
1-1.
The Mario Party games, like, they're kind of fun in their own way. If you're okay with, like, shot to right, okay, thank you for that. 3 pitches it took. Oh. Well, I could still do 1 pitch, 1 pitch. Numbers are kind of slumping there for Freddie. 278. And again, I want to get that 2-seamer as my number 5 pitch. So, we shall see.
Nope, that's foul.
Well, that's strike 2, my friend. It's like a 2-seamer there. It kind of breaks away.
3.
Oh, Cutter, looking at it. Hey, come on now. What did we miss today? What's going on here? Pittsburgh won their game. I guess that's all we got today. Pittsburgh won over Milwaukee. I mean, he better be a good defensive shortstop. Those numbers not too great. What, 260, 13, and what, 60 was it?
Hey.
He better be great defensively or just, you know, speedy on the bases. Of course, if he was, I'll be higher in the lineup.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Here I go. Whoop.
Ball, that's outside.
Gotta hit my spots, though. 2-1, 2-1. I like those laces.
Hey.
Ooh, I needed that one. I missed my spot, but boy, did I need a strike on that one. Down chop going third, couldn't get to it. Oh my goodness.
Yep, he made it.
Son, there's like a slow down sweeping tag.
DJ Draper.
Oh, he is hogging the plate. Now he does kind of step back. That front leg does come back a little bit.
Ball that's outside.
So it's a lot of power on that back leg is what he's going for.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
And I thought that was the strikeout. Ah, it's all right. Let's get that thing to break out more. I missed my spot. You know.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Again. Ah. That game Super Turrican, I have no idea what it is, but shows up a lot on the music set here. Oh, the dropper. Who cares about your double that you hit here, huh? Greatness awaits. Oh, it does. It does. We got a run. That's good.
Hitting out for the Braves. Third baseman, Russell.
Kind of like that batting stance too. That front foot, the toes kind of. The heel toe twist. All right, that one flying. Uh-oh. Thank you for that, and saves the arm. I at least thought that thing was going to bounce off the wall. Bobby Bolden. So I got to get the bat in my hands coming up here in the bottom half. I am just not on right now. I had a decent streak going for a little bit. And that first inning was great. Quick, quick, quick.
The count.
Cutter up and away. Come on. Yep. Yep.
Hey.
Oh. Camera rotation on me. That got me a little bit.
Steven Guzman.
And I even had that one in the yellow. Normally I wouldn't try to make that throw, that defensive throw in the yellow or the red.
Hey.
Just because you're liable to throw it away or something like that, you know?
That's a ball.
That's a good layoff. Well, that looks up and playable. Wait, that's not going to be the third out? Oh. That's all right. I don't feel bad that way because if the pitcher is on base, less likely for him to do anything running around.
Now batting.
Now me, on the other hand.
Ryan
And again, need a solid base hit, and they'll probably get a run, so I got to stop that. That was perfect timing as well. And then Bryce. Come on. Okay, right to him, thankfully. One pitch saves the arm. Just because his bat, he's perfectly stoked. He does not move. But then pitch comes in, and there's a little bit of movement, and just on the recoil, you know the whole thing. Bottom third, what do we got? 1 out, nothing doing. All right.
Catcher Casey Braxton.
Come on. Oh. Was that thing way up in the zone? And what if they drop that thing, you know?
The left
Possibility. Still 1-0. Now, is that where I hit this thing? No, Cutter, that's where... That was my last pitch to Harper.
Nope.
And I missed my spot on that one. Could have easily been a 3-run homer.
Hey.
My next at bat, I got to see if I can see where that pitch was located. Because boy, did I uppercut the snot out of that thing. Got him on that one. Whew. Again, got a ball bounce off the leg.
Freddie Freeman.
All right, Freddie. Come on now. Oh, snot. Yeah, he beat the snot out of that ball. I mean, did that land in the water? Because, yeah, 406 hanging. I mean, I gotta look at it. Oh, boy. That's got some good splash. I like how they put a little splash sound effect in there, too. Oh, well, we're tied.
Hey!
Boy, that was the big problem for me last year with the Cubs. People hitting home runs. It just felt like, I don't know, I was thinking this the other day, like there's got to be some sort of weird algorithm in the game. Like, no, this is just going to be a bad year for you, statistically.
Ball one.
Really, ball one.
I got the count 1 and 2.
I like those laces, but I wouldn't wear them. They stand out like that tennis ball yellow. Oh,
Ball that's outside.
bad here. 2-2. That's all right. 2-2 is manageable. Oh, punch. Good snag. Way to go, ball boy. Ball kid. Bad one. Woo! Come on. Pitch count here. Starting to get, yeah, okay, curveball. We haven't even thrown this yet, I don't think. Might be a reason why. Well, come on now. Surprised he didn't try to round the corner with it.
Now batting.
One out. I got to get a double play going.
DJ
right now.
Draper.
Oh, first, come on.
Safe.
Chip away.
Third baseman, Russell.
I could really use that double play. Chop, you got him. Behind the back. Beautifully
He's
done.
out.
One pitch there, saves there. That's 2 outs with 1 pitch. That's going to get the arm back. All right, boys, get something going here. 1-1. Not today.
Leading off for the Braves. Pitcher.
So, you know what I would like is to get some good insurance so that I get a complete game out of this thing and we definitely get the win. If I get the hook in the, after 7, after 8, like, I know we're a good pitching team, but boy, do I not want an early exit, that's for sure. Great season like this. Oh, cutter, and he went, apparently. Looked a little glitchy on his what's the word, on his animation.
The batter, center fielder, Steven.
Watch it on show motion, yeah, the bat light comes out, but he clearly broke. Clearly broke. Secret of Evermore, that's another Super Nintendo game I knew of by name, but never played it.
Ball that's outside.
Looks very crazy RPG style. Chop. You got that, you got that. Oh, slow out of the glove.
Now batting.
Sorry, we can get a double play here. 70, I gotta go quick here.
Hey!
Little bit of movement late on that thing. Strike 2. Stay on it, because never know with these guys.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Down, chop, nothing. Regular.
Hey!
Cutter got him looking. I don't know if that plays into it because it was, slide step, slide step, slide step, slide step, all the way till that final pitch. So that with a normal windup, pitching is all about messing with the batter's timing. Oh, great.
1-0.
Watch, just get him. Just get somebody, it don't matter at this rate. Force out, 2 pitches, saves their arm a little bit. Get us out of that little inning. We're getting hits, though. 2 outs. I had a fly. What was my... Okay, so there it was last time. That's not too high up in the zone, honestly. But not far enough, I'll bet you. Especially dead center like that. Warning track at best. Not far enough. End of the inning.
Leading off with
This will be the 60th pitch to start the 6th inning, so we're doing okay on the numbers. Well, that stayed in.
Out.
Get him out on one pitch. That saves the arm. I like that.
First baseman number 5. Freddie.
5 1/3 with 4 strikeouts. Sure could use 2 more strikeouts in this inning with no other damage.
Hey.
Hey. Oh, okay. That was about a 50-50.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Whiffing. Get the drop on him. Here we go. Kind of like those shoes. I do. They look real good when you're walking yourself back to the dugout.
The batter, number 1. Shortstop. Tim Becca.
Timmy B. Get a rolling. Ah. Good thing it's foul. Boy, Freeman just caught one. There's been some bad pitches by me today. To be thankful that there's only one run on the board. I mean, that power shot, I mean, not Freeman. Freeman did hit it. Ooh, Cutter, and he's gone. Harper could have had one. A couple guys on base. Yeah, I think it was Harper's second at bat. Had 2 men on, and I had a terrible pitch, but it just directly to the right fielder. Thankful for that. Let's get some runs, boys. 7 hits. We only have 2.
Leading off for Atlanta.
Heck, I don't even have 1.
DJ Draper.
Hey.
Hey. Route 26. Pokemon was that gold and silver?
Hey. 2.
Yes. Game Boy Color,
I got the
that
count.
is.
0 and 2.
Chop third, he got it.
Got it.
Took 3 pitches, rather get some strikeouts, but hey, whatever. The win is more important than my stats in the game. I'll get my time. And I've said in the past, talking other video games, where Pokemon kept the life of the Game Boy around much longer than it should have. There's never been anything like it. Oof. To keep and handhelds, they don't really, sure, we all have our phones now, but there's not like, it's not like, you know, a handheld video game system, per se. Oh, what a leaping snag over at first base. Oh, Mr. Belt, I believe.
Pitcher, Robert Alden.
I mean, that wasn't even in the frame.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for the Braves.
Patrick
Number
Cardona.
18, Patrick Cardona.
Echo the Dolphin, the Tides of Time. Oh, that's on the Mega CD. I never knew anybody that had a Sega CD, and I don't know how well that stuff even looked or worked or operated. Oh, it was ambitious, but I mean, you know, PlayStation come about and, you know, destroy the whole CD idea for pretty much anybody else. Oh.
I got the count. 1 and 2.
Get that breakaway. Oof. Sweeping curveball. He's out of here. End of the inning. Let's get some runs. Let's get the bat in my hand here. Seventh inning stretch. I mean, bottom 7 with nothing. Now, if they're giving me the 8th, please, let's get out of this. Put the bat in my hands for, just, let me get that 1 at bat coming up to me. Bottom 8.
1 and 1.
We'll get a ton of insurance runs, and then I'll get us out of this. That's right. Extra break, I like that. Oh. Yeah, Echo the Dolphin, I don't know, man. Like, a friend of mine had rented that game on the Sega Genesis years ago. Cutter. I mean, that's tough. That looked... that looked a little more out than in. Not exactly 50-50. So you got to be a little bit angrified at that. Bring it. Yeah, Echo the Dolphin. It looked fun. It looked kind of cute. But then again, you are a mammal. So you had to go, get up, get some air. Another nice snag right there by Brandon Belt.
The right fielder, number 34.
So you couldn't just stay in the water in that game.
Harper.
Had to come up for air, and there's too many spots like, oh no, I'm not going to make it. I was a relative wimp at video games in my younger years. Because, like, my brother's older than me. All my cousins are older than me. So they were, like, really getting far. Old school Nintendo, like Super Mario Brothers, you know? Oh, I got the World 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever. I'm like, I'm just happy to Warp Zone and get to, like, World 4. Then I'm done. Perfect timing, you snake in the grass friggin' game. Perfect timing on a sweeper. Gone. Well, that's not my... Well, okay, if they didn't hook me here, then why would they give me a pinch hitter coming up? You know?
Ball inside.
Well, better that than the 3-run homer he should have had earlier.
Ball, that's inside. Hey!
Oh, no, wait, there's 2 outs, so you're telling me...
Yeah!
I mean, if I don't get anything else today, I better get a free one. Cutter, and he's gone. Man, that stinks. Man, that stinks. Pinch hit 4. Didn't look like we won. I don't see no fireworks. 2 strikeouts in his 1 inning pitched. 3-1. So they let by another run. It wasn't just me. But yeah, there's a loss. My 3rd of the year, by the way. 9 strikeouts in 8 innings, yeah. Had I used Frozen on Harper, wasn't even thinking it. Was not thinking it. Well, quality start, or so they say. So, through this day, Atlanta's got the lead on us, and Pittsburgh there, okay, so, let's save. I'm not going to cheap this one, not like I did, I did cheap it last year with the Cubs. I did, I admit that. Winning that World Series. Who did we play? Wasn't it like Seattle or something? I don't know. Okay. Come back, get the win. Oh, what else happens? Pittsburgh's up 2-0. We have our split right now. Kansas City. The Royals up 1-0 over the Orioles. The Blue Jays up 1-0 over the Rangers. So there you go. Simulated day. Pittsburgh 2-0. The Royals up 2-0 over the Orioles. Blue Jays and Rangers are split 1-1. Rosales. Now, I would be the final game if needed. Loss. Oh, great. Pittsburgh up 2-1. They're up 2-1. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. And we're done that friggin' quick. Wow. That's not fun. A great year, or was it? Jeez. Braves over Giants. And that took a 3-1 series. And then P-I-R-A-T-E. Pirates over Brewers. And that also happening at a 3-1 clip. Oop, 3-1 clip. Wow, so that was a very very not fun for me playoff run. That's there, we're done. Wow, just that quick. Simulate that game. What do we got? Kansas City. So the Royals over O-R-I-O-L-E-S over the Orioles. That was a 3-1 series. Wow. So they're going down last game here. Oh no, a day off. Beg your pardon. Ah. And the Blue Jays, the wild card, taking out the top team in the league. Wow. And that took every bit of 3-2. Wowee. Well, the Rangers look like a really good team going in, right? LCS, we got Braves and Pirates. We got Royals and Blue Jays. Crazy enough. I'll save. No shame in my game. I lost my game. We lost our series. Man. Just partially cheap. I could have used the frozen pitch on Harper, and who knows what happens there, you know. I mean, the bullpen still let up a run, but let's just say that I get a good at-bat, and I put in a run, and I give us the lead. Who knows what could have happened? Who knows? Anyway, Pirates take the 1-0 lead. Simulate another day. It's now even. Braves and Pirates 1-1. Royals over the Blue Jays right now 1-0. Sim a day. Still NLCS is tied 1-1. Royals up 2-0 over the Blue Jays. Simulation coming back. The Braves are up 2-1. Royals still got there 2-0. Sim a day. What we got? It's 2-2. Braves and Pirates. And now the Blue Jays do get a game, so it's Royals 2, Blue Jays 1 in that respect. Oh, Pirates up 3-2 in the NLCS, and the Blue Jays have tied it 2 games apiece with the Royals. The Blue Jays are up. The wild card is on the way here, as they are now up 3-2. So NLCS should be happening here. Going to Game 7 in the NLCS. Woo, between the Pirates and the Braves. And I believe the ALCS we shall see here. Game 7's all the way. Oh, but the Pirates. There you go. P-I-R-A-T. Pirates over Braves. That took every bit of a 7-game series. Sexy. So I gotta label these differently. So that's the NLDS. It's the ALDS. Just to NLCS, ALCS. Man, Game 7 coming. Here we go. The Toronto Blue Jays, the wild card. Are you kidding me? Wow. That's pretty tricky. I mean, I would still say somewhat on paper that the Pirates are probably holding the favorite in this one. But there you go, everybody. We have Pirates and Blue Jays coming up here. Let's give it a save. Wow, it's a very quick playoff run there for me. Not much happening for your boy, Casey Braxton. Yeah, of all games to lose a playoff game, wasn't even a decider. You almost think if you're the skipper, well, let's get him in there for Game 4 so we can get us to Game 5. I don't know. I don't get, even if it's a bullpen sit. But see, that's the thing is, like, play next appearance. The games would sim, like, too quick like that. So whether they wanted me to do it or not, I really don't know, but whatever. Calendar, what am I doing here? We're looking at that. Okay, Toronto and Pittsburgh. Nothing. Nothing. Couple days off, and now the Blue Jays up 1-0. Uh-oh. Game 2. And the Blue Jays are up 2-0 over Pittsburgh. Probably a day off coming in. Pittsburgh doesn't get swept. There were no sweeps in this, almost, with us. The Blue Jays are up 3-1 over the Pirates. This is amazing. Staying alive. 3-2. Probably a day off. November 1st. And the Blue Jays have defeated the Pirates. Wow. Blue Jays over P-R-A-T, over Pirates. That was 4-2, I do believe. Yeah. 4-2. So there you go, everybody. That's your rundown. If you're looking at your playoff tree, man, we just got walked out. That's why I wish. I'm not sure it's the LDS and you get it's best of 5. But man, I don't know. Best of 7. There's not a team out there I don't think that would really press us for 7 complete games. Plus, I would get probably about 3 starts in that series. Now, I was set to go for game 5, but we lost game 4, so what does that matter? It's the weird adjustment to it all. Oh yeah, did any of this dip out on me? Well, the season's over. I don't even think this matters anymore. Oh, well, okay, give me that and that, fine. Speed, yeah, give me that, that's fine. 3,024 available points. Well, that's not fun for your boy here. Calendar. Advance to off-season. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, we're kind of there. Are you sure the stats... Oh, no. Sorry. Let me just see the awards. World Series MVP, Ozzie Vasquez. Now, this, I don't buy how this works. I really don't. A 409 average with 1 RBI, and you're the World Series MVP. I don't know. Postseason MVP. 333, 2 home runs, 7 RBI. And y'all played a ton. So, I don't even know. Also, Braves, Cubs, Blue Jays are your World Series winners. Yeah, you know, MVP and Cy Young and all that stuff is great. Was there a Blue Jay that won anything out there? Oh, sorry, I gotta go to the American League for that. I was gonna say Cy Young. No. Batting title. Lever rookie. He had the Hank Aaron Award winner, Alejandro Quinones. 303 with 33 and 88. Not too many RBI, but good. Gold Glove catcher, Rob Brantley. Where's he from? White Sox, we had him with the Cubs. Okay, good enough. Well, good for him. Gold Glove in a World Series. He is 33. Sluggers. Ozzie Vasquez. First base Silver Slugger. Those are not great numbers either. Alejandro Quinones with a Silver Slugger as well there. That's good. And the postseason MVP, and well, that's good. Alejandro and Ozzie, like they both, other than the catcher, like those were your main 2 guys apparently. Now, am I nuts here? Like, what happened with the Blue Jays? The Blue Jays make the wild card by 2 games over the Mariners and the Rays. They are the worst playoff team in the American League. They took out everybody. They took out the Yankees. Then they went on and played the Royals, correct? Royals a 90-win team. They beat the, or did they beat the Rangers? Whatever. I don't even know. A little upset at myself. Anyway, we are good there, so advance to the offseason, yes. View the retired players. Chris Heston and Frank Reese. Alright, age, you're 35. Okay, well, time to give it up. For free agent market, you're 33, you're done. I'm not gonna stick around with all this for too long. Aroldis Chapman gone at age 36. I say gone, that sounds wrong. I'm sorry, retires. Wellington Castillo at age 36. Where'd he come up from? Cubs? Somewhere in there. Michael Pineda. 35. Chris Sale. Finally done at age 35, man. Yeah, but see, he was so good for so long. Overall, 63. Like, just deteriorated. Miguel Cabrera, done at age 40. Let's look at that career. 593 home runs, so close to 600. 2,000 RBI. Hadn't stolen a base since 2015. 312 batting average, lifetime. Didn't really play much, though. It's... Jose Iglesias done at 34. Wade Davis, 38. Yeah, Tampa Bay. I was going to say, not always Kansas City. I remember him from a while back. DJ LeMahieu, 35. That's an inside joke. Well, sounds terrible when you say it that way. Kurt Suzuki done at 40. Going back to Oakland days, 2007. Masahiro Tanaka. Yeah, when he went there, yeah, 10 years of service, 35 years old. Big come up with the Yankee then. Yeah, he went with the Yankees, went to the Angels. Alice Guerrero. Robbie Cano, age 41. Just got the 300 home run mark. Hadn't hit one in forever. Exton Fernandez. William Clark. Bill Goslin, isn't that the guy? I don't know. Travis d'Arnaud, age 35. Dylan Betances. Yeah, he just went across town. Yankees to the Mets. Music in the background, that's Altered Beast. Rise from your grave. Yeah. Jose Reyes is with the Cubs. Age 40. Didn't do much. He might have been, well. Wow, look at all that total. So he goes Mets to Miami for 1 year, then Toronto, then it's just total. So he jumped around like the last how many years of his career. Hector Rondon finally done at 36. It's alright, you helped us along the way. Miguel Montero, where'd he come from? Yeah, we had him with the Cubs, right. I remember that name. Age 40. Whew. Man, what a great season, but just didn't happen. Brian Dozier done, 36. Twin going to the Dodgers. Rusney Castillo. Oh, this is just straight up free agents from here. So, wait, Toronto? You win the World Series, who'd you lose in the mix? You lost one guy, Thomas Rivera, at age 33, and that's not even that old. What, you didn't even have a year of MLB service and you're done at age 52? Or overall 52? Huh. But then to lose the World Series, Pittsburgh, who'd y'all lose? Michael McHenry, Miguel Montero. 48 overall. 48 overall. 53 overall. 47 overall. 46. You're not losing anybody major. So, alright, that's done. Miguel Cabrera, Justin Upton, and Robbie Cano, don't you know? Look at that. 283 is the lowest batting average there. I didn't think Justin Upton was that big of a home run guy. 382, 381? He had more than Cano. Wow. But Cano had more RBI. Imagine that. Wow, but those, you know, Cabrera especially, it's, oof. View the contract offers. The Giants offering me a 9-year contract deal. Now, because I'm skeptical about all this stuff, I'm going to save now. There's going to be offers, and I'm not going to accept until I know exactly what's going on. I could probably just do the spring training right now as I sit here. View the offers. The Giants have withdrawn, so the White Sox and the Tigers don't want them. View the offers. Yankees withdrew their offer, so White Sox, Tigers, okay. Yankees withdrew. I understand. Tigers have withdrawn, still with the White Sox. Tigers withdrew, White Sox. Do you wish to accept the qualifying offer of 1 year at 17.8 from the Giants? If you accept, this will be your contract. I decline. You will remain a free agent and may sign with any team. Can I do that, though? They still have an offer out there. White Sox and Angels. White Sox withdrew. View the offers, I suppose. Angels still there. Angels withdrew. No offers right now. Ooh, the Royals. A lot of American League teams right now. Royals and Astros. Royals have withdrawn. Astros still looking at me. Royals withdrew. Still the Astros. Okay. Astros. Royals coming back with another number. Royals withdrew. Astros. I don't know what's going on here with them. I don't. Win 2 meetings. I wish that would, like, do a thing. Astros, Royals, White Sox. Just a lot of American League teams. That's kind of weird to me. Astros, Royals, White Sox. White Sox have withdrawn. Or have they? Seems like it's these three just... I mean, they're desperate. 9 years, 11 years, 8 years. What do you want? And they're not withdrawing. White Sox have withdrawn. Astros have withdrawn. Royals have withdrawn. Let's skip a day. View contract offers. None. Okay, so I'm going to do a secondary save right here. I think I have another file line of this, so that's no problem. So I just saved, that was November 3rd. So October 3rd, that would have been the end of last season. November 3rd is the end of the actual playoffs. Okay, so this is what? Is this January, February? Yeah, February. View offers, nothing, nothing. Okay, whoa, whoa, whoa. Spring training's about to begin. You'll need to try out for a team during spring training. Okay, so... And I know they really want me to go heavy that way. Whoop. That great pitching. Severino's still there. Is there a way that I can look? No, I don't want to go with the Yankees. Yeah, progress over there. That's fine. Reload. Prepare to reload. Reload. February 28th. That's what I want to go to. Oh, there was the guy. There you go. Nick Mueller, I think, was the one. From Colorado. So you'll have to sign with the team, they say. Is there a way... Can I see... Can I see the team? Mariners look decent. The Rangers look really good. Astros, the Braves. Wow, a lot of batting there. No pitching. Nothing there for me. Really good pitching. Power, which is odd. The Mets I have considered. I have. And I'd be a good pitching piece for them. I wish I could... Well, you know what? Oh, look at the Phillies. Look at that number 2 there. Because in... The Braves were a maybe team. Maybe. I think the Mets were a team I was kind of okay with looking into. The Phillies, well, those are great numbers, but... Again, the ballpark and all that thing that I was looking at. Cubs, like, you're falling apart still. Reds, nothing. Brewers, you're looking pretty good, although I don't like Miller Park. Wow, just lost it all there, Pittsburgh. I think they were on the outside. The Cardinals were kind of on the outside. Arizona, Colorado. Now here come the Dodgers again. I almost feel like there's unfinished business and I just gotta win. With, Kyle Keller at 90 overall. Wow. David Andrade at 84. Wow, San Diego, you got nothing. Severino, 92. That's great. But again, no batting, which is a concern of mine. Part of me feels, yeah, I have unfinished business. I could easily go to the Dodgers right now. Not cry a lick. Good contact and good pitching. It's a much better combo. I know they were ranked 12th. Well, it's for argument's sake, because I was looking at the Mets earlier, I'm just going to click it. It doesn't mean anything. I don't know how that pie chart is 19th. I really don't know. Oh. Cancel out. I got an idea. February 28th. Let's look into that. Well, I don't think everybody has their rosters completely filled out yet either, which is something to, that we got to consider. Whoops. So if I'm just looking around, and I got to do my homework here. Whoops, sorry, that's Hotlanta. Oh, you have Bryce Harper. Let me. I got to get my notebook. You know me. I'm grinding away here, straining my brain. Oh, okay. So a quick oust there from Frisco. It is. Yeah, I just want to win World Series. Now, do I stay with them? I honestly don't know. They still look okay, but it's just pitching. So I got to look into things here. Now, the teams, the stadium teams that I was really looking into, San Diego, LA, the Mets were big. Frisco and St. Louis were kind of the middle. Atlanta and Pittsburgh on the bottom half. That's kind of the tiers of what would make sense. I mean, hey, we did really well there with Frisco. So if I just look at it that way, Okay, I got all my, that's my numbers there. 2022 predictions, I think this is 23 predictions. What was I looking at here? Oh, I was kind of breaking it down as far as like the teams and, you know, how many. Oh, what's their pie chart rank? I don't know that from here though. That's the only thing. I don't think that's visible to me. Well, unless we. No, I don't think I can check that out. Yo. Team interactions. I'll just retire. Leaderboard don't mean anything. Pitching rotation. Oh, but because I'm still with the Giants, it's gonna. Oh, sorry. Oh, no, I'm not with the Giants. This would be their right now rotation. Can I switch that by any chance, or what's the deal here? Oh, now I can. Huh. Matt Harvey. Oh, is he in some trouble? Look at pitching rotation. Look, you got 1, 2, 3 guys that are in the 80s. Sorry. How did I do that? What was that? Whoa. It's okay. As things sit right now, and like some free agents may come across. What was it with the Rockies? So that was their rank. This is how many players in the... Okay, okay, I see what I did. I see what I did. So, so I'm just going to do it this way. Bear with me, this is going to take a long time, and like, who cares about what I'm doing right now? But we got the Braves. We got the Marlins. Yeah, got me a Marlin. The Nats. The Mets. And the Philly. The Phillies look really good. Cubs, obvious. The Reds, the Brew. And you know, it's going to catch up to a point where... Let me view that, Pittsburgh lineup here. Oh, wait a minute. So hold on, you're telling me that McCutchen is... Oh, he's finally 80 overall at age 37. Okay, so he's starting to decline. He's starting to. That's fun. Well, let's... the Giants, what do they got going here for salaries? 3 out of 7. He's going to stay around... a little bit. Starting pitchers, Severino. I mean, look, you have 3 guys here that are 85 and better. If I get to it, of course, I'm a 99. Rosales, last year, the deal for him. Rosas and Severino are staying for a while. So the pitching is going to be just fine. Like, that was never my worry. Anyway. Sorry, Brewers, Pirates, Cards. Then you go the D-backs. Not the D-bags, whatever. Rockies, R-O-C-K-I-E-S. Spell it out. Then you got LA. You got SD. You got SF. Okay, so if I'm looking at it, and this will change. That's the pie chart number. How many players of 80 you got? How many players of 90 do you got? That's kind of what I'm looking for right now. So, I mean, the Braves weren't bad when I looked at it. But the Braves, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 6, that's 7, that's 8, that's 9, that's 10. Oh, sorry. No, just straight 80s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 8 that are 80s. In the 90s, you have 2 players. Your pitching. You only have 2 pitchers in the 80s. That means 0 in the 90s. Yeah. That's not good. Not for me. The Marlins, I really wasn't considering them. But if I'm doing my due diligence and homework, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 guys, 80s, and that's it. And of that starting pitchers, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, which is pretty impressive. The National, wow, the Nationals actually a lot of 80s going here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright, so 15 guys in the 80s, only 1 in the 90s. That 1 in the 90 is a starting pitcher. And so the rest, well, starting pitchers, what do you got in the 80s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With 1 in the 90. Wow, that's very impressive. The Mets had some good numbers. Wow, as a team, though, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8 guys with nothing in the 90s. And how many starting pitchers do you have in the 80s? 1, 2, 3. Wow, I mean, the Nationals, that's very impressive for what they have right now. This kid come from? Milwaukee? Alright, the Phillies had some impressive numbers. Guys in the 80s here. Whoa. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14. Nothing in the 90s. And your starting pitchers, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 of them. Nothing in the 90s. Nothing. I mean, this kid's good and he's young. A lot of remaining contracts, so like that's kind of it for them, I would imagine. Other than this kid, Diego Pinto, who, wow, they just got him locked in. Okay, well, that's interesting. Cubs, and I know I kind of helped build this thing up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11, sorry. With 1, 2 players in the 90s. Those 2 in the 90s, the closing pitcher and a shortstop, so 0 pitchers at 90. Starting pitchers, 1, 2, only 3. So like it fell off pretty bad. The Reds, and again, I'm not looking forward to them. Yep, I'm probably doing this the remainder of the episode. Who knows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 of them. How many starting pitchers they got? Ooh-wee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them in the 80s, but absolute 0 in the 90s. Yeah, see, that's the problem. The Nationals right now are the biggest impressive one to me. 15 players of 80 rank, 5 of them are pitchers. 1 player in the 90s, and that is a pitcher. That's kind of scary. Javi Baez had him. Brewers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10. Wait, shoot. Lost it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7. That's 8. That's 9. That's 10. Alright, so they got 10 going. 2 kids in the 90s. Those 2 kids in the 90s, one of them is indeed pitcher, who's on his last year of his deal. But these 80s kids, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you already have 5 guys. The Nationals have 6 guys, 80 or better pitching. The Brewers have 5. Sorry, well, 4 with 1. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I get analytical like this, looking into like what team should I really go to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 13. That's 14. 14. With 1 player who's a closing pitcher, which is okay, honestly. Still got time. He'll be around here for a while. Pitchers. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Gotcha. Cardinals. Yep, we're doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 guys. Nothing in the 90s, but starting pitching, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. That's fair. The D-backs. Oh, geez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 7. 7 with no 90s. And your starting pitchers, 80 or better. It's only 2. Yeah, we're in the Rockies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 8 of those with 1, 2, 290 guys. 290 guys. 1 is a starting pitcher. Starting pitcher 0. That's well, we got that 1. So just 1 guy. 8 of which with 1, 2 with 1. Dodgers 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. With no 90s. Starting pitchers 1, 2, 3 of them. The 80s. Will Myers still around. Good for him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 guys, 80, and nothing in the 90s. In your pitchers, 1, 2, you got 3 of them. They weren't that good. And then, oops, not relief, sorry. San Francisco. All player, wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With 1 in the 90s who is a starting pitcher. But then 1, 2 others. 80. So that's only 3 with the Giants. So, I mean, just looking at it. I mean, the Braves were an option. The Nationals are really looking good right now. The Mets were an option. The Phillies, I mean, 14-6. I thought their pie chart was great, but they have nobody at 90 rank. The Cubs, like, I can't go back to do that. The Pirates were maybe based on stadium. The Cardinals were maybe based on stadium. Then there's LA, there's San Diego, and San Francisco again. So, just for argument's sake, why do they start me on the Royals? I don't get that. At the defaults of the game. And just based on the numbers here, I know you have to simulate 2 days to get here, but the Braves pie chart at 21. That's not good. The Marlins 25. The Nationals are 3rd. Wow. That is all of a sudden looking really sexy. The Mets at 19. And the Phillies at 2. Wow, so that's a tough division right there. That really is. Wow. You have 2 of the top 3 teams in all of baseball. Cubs at 17, and I'm probably not looking to that. Reds are 16th. The Brewers are 4th, and that's interesting. They're not one of my stadium choices. Pirates 23rd. It's not looking good. Only 4 pitchers, all in the 80s, but you have double-digit guys. Cardinals 11. And that could be. Anyway, the D-backs, well, 29, terrible. The top team would be the Brewers, sorry. I mean, they're 4th overall. 29, 15. Not really looking there. The Dodgers are 12th. Not that good, though. I mean, only 9 players in 80s. Nothing. Wow. The Cubs got 2 players in the 90s. No pitchers. The Braves got 2 players in the 90s. No pitchers. Wow. Well, San Diego's at 18th with no pitching. And then the Giants, running in here at 9th. Yeah, 6 players. Like, if I was going for double-digit things, it'd be San Diego, but they're 18th. That's very low. The Cardinals are on that line. The Pirates have 14. The Brewers 10. Reds 12. Not crazy about the Reds, though. I mean, the Phillies, like, that is impressive. But the NL East is going to be very interesting because, you know, even if I wild card went with the Braves, like, let's just see what we can do. 2 pitchers in the 80s, and that's it. That's not looking that good, quite honestly. All right, the Nationals, this looks very impressive. You have power, and you have great pitching. You have 5 pitchers in the 80s, 1 guy in the 90s. That looks very good. I mean, just on paper, Nationals, the Mets look okay. 8 players, 3 of which are pitchers, nothing 90. The Brewers have, so they got 4 in the 80s, 1 in the 90s. I'm really leaning Nationals right now. And that's a scary division because they're just all going to whoop the tar out of each other. I mean, the Braves at 21, and they can't pitch. The Marlins are just not a good complete team. The Nationals, well, we can't bat. That could change. The Mets look fair. Nothing in the 90s. Phillies have nothing in the 90s. So I got to look out for those kinds of things. But the Nationals here, so Braxton and Lopez, only 2 guys. No, that's not right. You have 5 pitchers in the 80s, and already have the 1. I don't get that. How do they factor that? Where did this 99 guy go? I thought they had a pitcher. What about the Brewers then? The Brewers, Steven Ryu with a 90 overall. Right, so am I on drugs? I'm going to click Nationals because I'm highly thinking about it. No, it wasn't one of my ballparks. Nationals, maybe Mets, Phillies kind of look fun too. Phillies got 14 guys. I'd rather do Phillies than Mets, honestly. But the Nationals, you were supposed to have somebody 90 overall, a pitcher. Let me just click it just to see what's going on here. Yeah, Lopez, 91. Jeez, I'll be the number 5 guy. I mean, this is kind of crazy. Blue Jays number 2 pie chart. Well, you win the World Series, and all of a sudden, like, you're now king, whatever you want to be. Because they bring me in, now we're the number 1. So the Nationals, I jumped them from 3 to 1. Phillies are probably now number 3. We would have bumped them down. Yeah. Either way, that's just as I'm looking at it. I mean, the Nationals, that's a very impressive team to be on. And I wonder how the roster is looking. I'm only 26. Top 2 players are pitchers. He's got a ways to go to be... Oh, and Joel Ruiz, by the way, is a closing pitcher. 90. Oh, really? So 2 great starters and a great closer. Miguel Sano, who's got some years. He's 30. That's not terrible. Tony Batts is still here. Anthony Randall. He's only 33 at this rate. Seems like he'd be older. Teddy Copeland, Fulton Awich, Jock Peterson at 31. Addison Russell. This could be a very deadly team. What are all these 80s contracts looking like here? He'll stay well at 25. He's on his way out. Last year for him. Trey Turner. A year to go. Stanley, last year. Let's keep him going. Potential B. Last year. Russell still got some time. 2 more years. Jock Peterson. This in 1 more year. Fulton Awich. This in 1 more year. Teddy Copeland. 1 out of 3 just signed. Randone. This in 1 more. Sano. Midway through. Ruiz is on the last of his. And Lopez. I'm not saying I could stay here a while, but I could. I think, this is just purely speculation at this point, the Nationals, it was not a stadium that I foresaw, playing in. Right, February 28th. But I tell you what, Oh, Braves, Marley. Yeah, so the Nationals, wow. I mean, because they have 15 players of 80 overall or better. That's other than the Cardinals, and the Cardinals were kind of a sleeper in that regard. Cardinals have 16 players, 80 or better, 4 of which are pitchers. If I go there, I would be a 5th. But nobody at 90 overall. I mean, the Nationals have a 90 pitcher. They should have 2, though. One should be a closer, I thought. It should be that Lopez kid, I thought, and then their closing pitcher, I thought he was 90 as well. Unless I'm wrong. And the Brewers had a kid. Yeah, Ryu is 90, that's him. The Rockies have 1. That's Keller. And San Francisco has Severino. It's odd, but, like, I think I'm going to the Nationals. And I really didn't foresee this happening. This can be a very, very odd choice for me, but there's a lot of talent on this team. There's power batting and exceptional pitching. But this was the same thing when I went to San Francisco last year. Oh, speaking of that, it's not official yet. It is not official yet. I'm heavily leaning towards it. I was kind of looking like, oh, the Mets, that's not so bad, but I don't see it in the long run. The Phillies look very interesting. Number 2 pie chart overall. See, that's the difference, is like, they both got about the same power and the pitching's almost there, but the Phillies, man, Phillies and Nationals. Let me just look at the Phillies line. Because that's, if you look at them straight up, I mean, the Nationals look like they're a better defensive and a speedy team. Pitching, I would just help that much more for Phillies. Power looks like about the same. They're jacked up. No contact for Washington, but more so for the Phillies. If I just check in with this, and this is not official, but view the roster. So, starting pitchers. I mean, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 7 starting pitchers, 80 or better. A lot of them on the last bit of their contract, though. This Diego Pinto cat looks pretty good. Super Mario RPG music in the background, don't mind that. And who's the studs on this team? Pinto, Bravo, Franco, you know. A lot of guys in the last set of their contracts. Man. Man. Closing pitchers at 85. See, that's the other thing with Washington, is they got that closer who's like 90, whatever overall. Very attractive feature for a team. And sure, that's just closing, sure, relief pitchers. I should also look into that. And they're all in the last year, like, dude, that ain't helping. Washington, who's their closer? It's this Ruiz cat. In the last year of his deal, how's the relief pitchers looking? Mostly in the... Well, only one relief pitcher with 80. Ouch. Great starters, though. We would be jacked up on the starting rotation with a really good closer. The bullpen could be terrible. Could be absolutely terrible. The Phillies don't have much better themselves. Nobody 80. At least there's one guy there 80. Oh my goodness. I'm very leaning Washington is going to be my team here. That's pretty much... I still wish they were the Montreal Expos. I'd probably jump to it that much quicker, but... Well, I think that's kind of what I got going here, so... Ladies and gentlemen... it seems like I've made my choice. And yeah, we pretty much have made our choice. Hey, 1 year in Frisco, it was a great year, but we got ousted in 4 games in the divisional series, so this hat's gonna have to kind of go away for a little bit, if not for an extended period of time. I gotta dig through the closet of many hats. Oh, that's right, I got the good one here, too. I kind of want to change it, honestly. I'd like to get the other hat. Hold on 1 second. Let me get my headset and everything orientated here. Excuse me. Switch 'em. Oh boy, but I tell you what, that is a snug hat. That thing, well, the Giants hat was kind of snug too. It really was. But, there we go. We are a Washington National, and you kind of, got the nice stars and stripes there. That's why I wanted this hat. Kind of cool. Actually, another feature. So long as I'm showing stuff off like this. My hair is a mess. Don't look at my hair. But, what else do we look for? So even in, like, the little MLB logo in the back has, like, the stars and stripes. And even, like, the little, the forehead band here is, like, stars and stripes and kind of stripage here on the bill. Very unique. I thought this was a nice little hat here. Now, to be honest, I kind of want, the blue bowl with the red brim. That'd be my next pickup for them, honestly. 1 second. Okay. So there's my, yeah, I guess we're going to be a Washington National. Because the numbers look sexy. As I was, oh, the Braves, that'd be kind of fun. Look at that, great batting, but no pitching. That's not good. Depth chart. We are not good. We're very thin at shortstop. We are deep at the closing pitcher spot. Really? Huh. It says we're balanced. What about the Phillies? It says you're balanced. You're thin at first base. I wouldn't think really to go there. The Cubs are like deep with so much. The Reds not so much. The Brewers not good with a closer. Not good with a closer there and third base. Yeah, so I mean Washington. It's funny because in the NL East I said, well, the Mets would be the that'd be the good stadium to go to, and then maybe the Braves. I never thought Washington, but look at that pie chart. Look at the pitching is tremendous. The power is there. The Phillies, really good pitching and probably a better batting team. Yeah, I'm torn, man. I'm torn. But it looks as if Washington has the better bullpen and the better closer. So, Washington Nationals it is for me. And, well, I guess, I've already been streaming for about an hour and 17, and I only got to play one game. Beginner pitching difficulty. We're going to do that. And I guess we're going to try to fly ourselves through. Spring training usually takes about 2 hours, so I'm probably going to wear myself out with all this. Let me overwrite that file. Keep that February 28th alive. So here we are, Washington National now. That's fun. Not so much this equipment, because that's all set and good. I think it's like edit player equipment. Yeah! My glove! Alright, so black glove, and that's where maybe I could get a blue one going. Nice dark navy blue. Because that's kind of the color we would have. Let's get the web navy blue. Instead of black, navy blue. Instead of black, navy blue. And not orange, but maybe some red if we can get a good, not that neon pink, that's too much. There's some red. Orange, green, maroon, red. Orange, green, maroon, red. Alright. Yeah, the colors kind of work with, where we are. I kind of like that. Light stained. Tape. Why do I not have tape? Whoops. Crisscross. But no pine tar. We don't use pine tar. Oh, really? That's how we're looking with this? Come on now. And I guess white is a main here. Or is it? I guess blue on the inside. Wrist is red. That's okay. Or maybe we switch that. Maybe that's red and that's blue. Nah, keep that red and that's going blue. Alright. Knuckle color. Where's the knuckle? Oh, it does show. Ain't that something. I could just leave it black. Well, hold on a second here. What if that's white? And the main color. Aha, see? A little bit better there, I think. So make that blue. white on the inside, and a red wrist with white knuckles so the print shows it. Yeah, we'll do that. Tar on the helmet? No. Helmet does look scuffed, though. Caked on. No, I don't use pine tar. No, I'm helmet flaps. Brim style, normal. Elbow guard, yup. Oh, Evo team, but... Oh, okay, so I can't really change that. I'll leave it black, I suppose. It's got the gold in there, and I understand there's that gold kind of fringe that, main color is black. Yeah, with the red being the secondary. Red more so than blue, I suppose. Sleeves batting, black, orange. Oh, now we can change it. We can go red, we can go blue. What are we thinking here? I mean, the red looks kind of cool to me. I can't see what this is. Trim black arms. Well, he's probably gonna have that helmet off to show that thing. Use eyewear when batting. I don't know. Decent. Let's get some blue in there, though. No, the shoe logo can be red. Graphic white, let it stand out. Main body color. Black is okay, honestly. I think so. Well, what if that's going to be blue? Tongue color, black, that's fine. Laces, white. I don't think they need to be anything else, really. Like, soles, that's the toe piece up front. Should that be blue as well? On the heel, the legitimate heel color. Get some red. I don't know about red laces, though, honestly. Maybe that's just me. Keep it kind of clean looking. Still got that red, white, and blue. Okay, I guess that's the one that I'm wearing. So, chest protector. Get some red. Now, with the Cubs, it was primary blue. With red. With the Giants, it was primary, like, black with orange. I don't know, just keep that black. Strap color, black. Leg guard, sure, with the red. Nail color, got the glove is primary blue with red. That's fine. You accept? Yes, I do. Yeah, and showing that off again. Beginner pitching. Save it up and let's get some spring training done. I mean, it's been an hour and 22, hour 23. So let's go somewhere else and see what we can do. It's upsetting. Maybe I should have stayed with the Giants, just because we had unfinished business there and etc. But you know, whatever. It would. I don't know. It seems like I'm floating around team to team, year to year. Maybe I should just stay with the Giants until things totally fall apart and we just don't make the playoffs. I think I've gone to the playoffs every year of my career so far. So that's another interesting piece to look into.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the
I don't like that hat.
Number 90, Casey Braxton.
The mighty Casey. Let's strike out some sons of guns.
Leading off the fourth for the Rays, designated hitter, Pedro.
Yeah, let's spring train here. Bad pitch. Yeah, it just stinks, man, that, like, one playoff game with the Giants.
Ball inside.
And just lost it, terrible. Bullpen gave up an extra run. We couldn't hit for nothing. I didn't get a hit. I let by too many. I let by 2 home runs, both solo jobs. One was a perfect timing. Oh, whatever. Sweeper, he's gone. It's spring training. Who cares?
Now batting.
Perfect timing sweeper to Bryce Harper.
Tom Diaz.
I mean, the one that Freeman got a hold of, like, that was just, it was a bad pitch. Nothing more that I could say about that.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Over the top. But so now we're going to be in the nation's capital now. And again, it's a weird division because the Phillies look really good. The Mets look really good. The Braves can probably do damage at the plate. the Marlins are the easy out in that scenario. In the Central, like I said, Brewers and Cardinals were probably the top two to look at as far as other teams. And here, I did not anticipate going to a team that, like, I don't, their stadium, whatever. We'll see how it plays, honestly. We'll see how it plays, because I could be completely right or completely wrong. One pitch, that's good. But, I mean, that could honestly be a thing that I got to worry about. Well, I think I closed it out. Let me just look.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon.
The Nationals, in the season I just finished, the Nationals were second in their division, 10 games back of the Braves. Then there's the Mets, Phillies, Marlins. Just interesting. Play next appearance. Do it. This is a snug hat, man. This one's really pressing on my forehead. Really heavy. Hey, what do we got here? Alright, this is, more promotional email things.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Washington, number 90, Casey Braxton.
The mighty Casey. We don't need more of those. And yeah, I mean, if I get enough training points here through spring training,
0-1.
I'm probably going to get that two-seamer worked in.
I got the count.
Although I should look into that. I should look into that as well. So as we get ourselves through, Mets, I like that uniform. I don't know about ours. I don't. Triple color.
Third baseman.
Certain teams can rock the triple color hat, like the Orioles, the white face up front with the logo.
0-1.
Then what, like the back of the cap is orange and the brim is black, something like that? I don't know.
Hey!
Normally it's just the bowl color and the brim color. And for most teams, I think, it's good when it is the split color. The bowl is your primary, the brim is your secondary color. Like, I have that Braves hat. Blue bowl with the red brim. But they go solid blue, I think, when they're on the road. And that's interesting. Like the Reds, I think it's the red bowl with the black brim when they're on the road. I do have that hat, but otherwise solid red. I don't know if that makes a difference for anybody else. It's cool how they do that with the uniform setups and the hat. Like, yeah, just get the brim style different. The brim is going to be the secondary color. Let's do that.
3!
Whoa. Morales, more or less, he's gone. And yeah, as I sit here, and I said that earlier at the start of the episode, March 2nd, 2022, MLB has not been able to figure out the collective bargaining, blah, 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 so regular season games are indeed going to be chipped and chopped. 2 strikeouts in 9 pitches. Not quite immaculate, but it was 9 pitches. Play next appearance. Ooh, hold on. Stop. Simulating. If that's simulated game training, well, we already know we're locked in on our difficulty set, so we get some extra bonus training. I mean, that's 400 extra points they're going to give to us, pretty much. Should I have stayed with the Giants? Should I have stayed with the Cubs? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I may just be hired gun every year. Just like, what team do I feel has the best opportunity in the National League to do some damage? Simulated game? Nope. Reload. I mean, do I kind of feel bad about, doing it that way? Pitch command. There we go. I mean, I really don't. It is what it is. I mean, I had a great year in Frisco. So I had a terrible game. That's kind of my fault. What are they talking about here? Well, that's just too... What? You're crazy, go nuts. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. So we get some bonus training reps going. And yeah, again, this will help. Echo the Dolphin, Defender of the Future, and that's on the Dreamcast. How many frickin' Echo the Dolphin games did they have to make? That first one looked crazy enough. I watched like a long play of it. It's like a YouTube channel, like no commentary, no nothing, just all game audio. And I'm like, wait a minute, you're fighting like an alien spaceship underwater, kind of a, like, what's going on? Looked very weird. Just hit the target, doesn't matter what the score is, doesn't matter where you hit it, just hit it. And, you know, I mentioned, if the Nationals were still the Expos, I would have jumped to that far quicker. I would have. But I wonder if, what was it, Olympic Stadium was the name of it? I wonder how that place shaped out as far as being a hitter's park or a batter's park, whatever. Do I have all the numbers? I might be making a really big mistake here going to DC. But then again, if I just limit myself to, like, I doubt I'll ever go to Colorado. The team would have to be so stacked in order for me to go. That is one place where, like, if they hold the game physics true, you know, and Colorado is the atmosphere and they're just gonna ping, hit you all day. If there's one place that I just do not want to pitch, it would definitely be that. I mean, in the American League, and I know I didn't look at the numbers, and I know that's completely different, but I wouldn't necessarily cancel out any American League park. It's just the high-altitude Denver, you know, that whole thing. It's funny, too, like, as I'm sitting here thinking, like, you know, with the Giants, like, if I can be on that team and help them get better in certain ways, I'm literally helping the team get better. I mean, with the Cubs, there was a good young core of players there. 400 extra points. Of course we need that. Of course we do. Doodaloo-doo-doo-doo. LA, San Francisco, San Diego, Atlanta, Pittsburgh, St. Louis, and the Mets. Those are predictions. Those were last year's numbers. Now, what was my thing last year? Because I chose the Giants because they were ranked number 6. They had, what, 5 players ranked 80, or was that 5 pitchers? I don't know how I wrote this down. And 1 player in the 90s, that was Severino. The Rockies had 2. I might have been doing that off camera. That can't be. That might be all pitchers. Please. I don't know.
Now pitching for Washington.
I don't know.
Number 90, Casey.
For the Nationals, they have 15 players 80 or better. 5 of them are pitchers, and 1 pitcher 90 or better. I mean, that is a dynamite pitching staff. I mean, they have 1 reliever that's an 80 or better. Only 1, and that's not great, but their closer could be the best in baseball.
I got the count 0-2.
And then we have just a dynamite starting rotation. So, I mean, for me, that's really the attractive feature about coming here. Should I have stayed with the Giants? It's weird, like, you know, I didn't have to leave the Cubs, but
got him.
No, kind of glad I did because, I don't know, like, we're such a good batting team, I didn't see it.
First baseman.
At least with us, you know, the Giants being well, we're really good pitching, we can't hit the ball well. Alright, that's an understandable reason to, like, kind of go to it and try. And again, I had best year ever. Oops, wrong pitch. Sorry. Triangle, square, I mixed them up. Now he'll go circle. Totally off. Oh.
Ball that's outside.
I mean, if that thing just dances in a little bit, it's game over, son. Woo! Here you go. So we'll get through spring training, kind of blast our way through, and
the right fielder, number 33.
Hey, I had a great year with Frisco.
Moya.
There's a chance I go back. There's a chance I go back to the Cubs. Who knows? This is going to be a long career. What? Braxton's only, what, 26 years old? I still got like 10 years in me, at least, right? Make it to 36, make it to 40 is kind of my hope, right? And that would just be insane beyond. Good scoop, there you go. Seth, what is your deal?
The final
11 pitches with 1 strikeout. It's not immaculate. I think I've had immaculates, even in normal order. Play it. We're playing a lot of games here. 3 innings pitched with 5 strikeouts. Still got that number 90 for my velocity. Yeah, I mean, I like this hat with the stars and stripes thing, but yeah, like a blue bowl in the red bill, I think is,
Your attention, please.
probably what I should go
Now
for
pitching for the Nationals,
sometime later.
number 90.
And then I need a Cleveland Guardians hat now, too.
Braxton.
Not against that at all. I have the old Chief Wahoo. I do.
Leading off of the Cardinal.
And I have the big capital C.
Fielder, number
But,
22.
Like, I get it. It's really weird that, like, and, you know, you take the Major League movies, right? I mean, do they blot out the Chief Wahoo logo? Cutter, and he's gone. Cardinals, I was thinking about that, man. And it all depends on where people go, quite honestly, because, you know, contracts will be up.
Tristan.
I mean, that's, you know, when I looked at the Phillies, it's like everybody's contract is, like, up at the end of the year. I think one guy was going to stay. But everybody, bullpen, everything was going to be gone after that season. So, I mean, do you really do it that way?
Yeah.
I mean, Cub fans can't be mad at me. I gave you 2 World Series. Giant fans, y'all can be a little bit irritated. That's why I do those 1-year deals. That's why it happens. Make me a ton of money. Ooh, go get them. Jeez. Don't always wait for me.
The right fielder, number 7, Damian Irvin.
Some Donkey Kong Country in the background. Fear Factory. That game, I'll tell you what, it blew me away the first time I saw it. I didn't know I was playing a video game. It looked so beautiful by other Super Nintendo comparisons. That's up there. If it's one thing, like, Diddy's Conquest had better overall music. But Donkey Kong Country, it was more atmospheric. I thought they did so well. The caves, the factories, the industrial stuff, the snow levels. I forgot that one level, like, as you progress through that level, like, the snow just keeps piling up and, like, it just intensifies and clutters the screen. And, like, you're in these spinning barrels, like, I can't see where I'm trying to go here. It's very disorienting, but in a good way. Oh, if we're home. Okay, so I got the... There is a difference there, and I don't know what it is. It looks like maybe it's got a yellow outline there. That's bold white. That might have a yellow trim. That's also very... Oh, what's going on here? That's the hat that I like. Kind of like that one. Not gonna lie. Senators. We got, yeah, like, come on now. Some stars and stripes. Let's get that. Well, but we should be wearing home whites, I understand. I mean, if we got a road look we need to maintain. Can I go back? What's the deal here? Choose uniform. Okay, so it stayed with what I had. Should be home whites. Alright, with the W there. Okay, yeah. Just very bland to me, but oh well. This is a starting set for me, so that's cool.
Leading off the afternoon for Miami, second baseman.
From Miami.
Arthur Pack.
Cut her down and away. Yeah, I know. I'm saying, oh, we should fly through this. But at the very least in this episode, yeah, we didn't do anything in the playoffs. But you kind of see my off-season things that I do off-camera a little bit, looking at the numbers and, you know, what would be a good team. My free agency set now that I'm getting into that mix. So you kind of see what I do. I mean, sure, I got my notebook right here and I'm writing stuff down.
Sergio Andino.
I'm a note taker. Very good to do so, in my opinion. Woo. Throw it.
0-1.
I didn't mind the Marlins having that black and orange,
No ball.
but then to
2
have
strikes.
like the blue and the yellow and it's just too much. Their color scheme now is great. Like that's that Miami Vice, man. That's perfect. The Heat are doing that. Oh, yeah, the Marlins caught on with that thing. I don't even think Inter Miami. They like what's that yellow and the blue? Why you did just black and orange? Yeah, you look like the Giants, but at least now they have their own identity. I didn't even like the old logo. I didn't.
Benedict.
I like the new logo.
0-1's the count.
It's simple enough, but it doesn't look like a corporate logo. And plus, like I said, the color scheme, like that one's working pretty well too, so that's kind of cool. I like that. And yeah, base black with that, what, fuchsia and electric blue, I think that just goes so much better. Giancarlo Stanton is still here.
Right fielder.
And this Marlins team is still garbage.
Stanton.
Like, y'all should have left.
0-1.
All right, I have always gone to the playoffs. Okay, I've always been this award-winning kind of guy that like you ain't gonna bother me with nothing. Cutter and he's gone. I know we're just trying to whiz through spring training. You know the drill. You know how it goes.
Batting fifth.
And so
Center fielder.
new team
Alex Abel.
going to Washington. We're in Washington. And then this would be the 2024 season, so whoa! That's a perfect timing. Let's not do that to me. 3 pitches, get him out of here.
Batting
We got a number 34
Catcher.
the
Gavin
infield, and that ain't no
Rito.
Bryce Harper. I'm telling you that much. Eh. I'm surprised, like, why he didn't stay. Why Strasburg, always injuries for Strasburg. And good pitchers you can still kind of find, all things considered. You get Scherzer, but he leaves. And hey, Scherzer did it. Well, let's go to a team that's going to compete for a World Series. I don't know if Scherzer has anything going on now that, sure we're in, like, lockout mode. Hey, here we go.
Batting ninth. Catcher. Casey Braxton.
Drop it down a little bit. Not a good enough at-bat there. One hit, and that was the guy in front of me. Oh. Brandon Matsuzaka, really?
Leading off for the Marlins. Left fielder. Brandon Matsusaka.
No Daisuke, no Hideki. Nothing like that. Hideo.
No balls. 2 strikes.
Is it Hideo or Hideo? Because Hideo Nomo, the pitcher, but then video game developer for like the Metal Gear games, Hideo Kojima, if I know it right. Hideo Kojima? I don't think I've ever heard it that way. Ooh, the dropper, get him.
Batting eighth.
Top of the third. Hey, at least we're doing well here.
Jason Holton.
Now, to be fair, like, I got the call up. I think I was drafted by Cleveland. Requested the trade, ended up on the Cubs somehow. Like, wow, that's awesome, you know? And on a really good team, and I help them win 2 World Series. So that was great. I mean, yeah, sure, I'm a Cubs guy, so that means kind of a lot to me in my heart, in the cockles of my heart. But
Batting ninth.
now it's just kind of like free agent. Let's go to a really good team, and even if it's year by year, just playing checkers, jumping across the board. I would like to, and this sounds terrible, I would like to win at least one more World Series. Like I said, the 2 with the Cubs, it was a really good team. I kind of lucked out in how that trade landed, because what if I had gone to the Marlins, who I think were never really that good? That would have been a struggle. It really would have been. As much as I could have helped them, I don't think the playoffs were really ever in their cards. And, just, it's kind of how it works that way. I mean, 6 strikeouts in 3 innings. That's pretty good. Keep going. Keep going. You see, for road games, I think I'm going to go with that blue bowl and the red brim hat, and then we're going to get the stars and stripes. Yeah, the dark blue jersey with the stars and stripes W. I think that's going to be my almost always road uniform that I go with. Home games, still a little skeptical about that. Should be the home whites, and I understand that. Should be the home whites. I'm not disputing. Not disputing at all.
0-1.
Woohoo! Oh yeah.
I got the count. 0-2.
Here we go. What if I were to go to the American League, even as just for a goof? There would have to be a team out there that's just so incredibly dynamite dominant, and like I would almost have to cheat my way to win a World Series. Whereas right now, well, Mike, you're doing the whole LeBron James things, just you know, superstar it up. Like, yeah, we didn't win though, did we? And I had to cheat that second World Series with the Cubs. You got that. You got that.
Now batting.
Round it up, boys. Let's go.
Second baseman, Charlie McManus.
It's really weird. When I look back at some of those old ballparks, it was very plain, just like this one. The outfield wall, look, there's a couple ads on the wall there, but it's not so much how it is nowadays, where there's just corporate advertising smear everywhere you look, and it's just a little bit ridiculous. Well, like some of those old stadiums, it was just like a little pennant of each team. You know, every team logo's on the back wall. That blue wall, that green wall, that's it. Very plain looking, just like that. Now, there's more seats in the outfield, but, you know, 2 strikeouts in 1 inning. I'd say I did my job pretty well. I mean, we lost. I can only do so much. From the Dreamcast game Shenmue, the Tomato Convenience Store is the name of that tune. Pretty uppy, pretty peppy. Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Those games were just terribly, terribly difficult. To the point of not even that fun.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Washington, number 90, Casey Braxton.
You know what? I say niet. It's completely different. Oh shoot, what do I got here? Alright, what do we got? No warm-ups, I don't need it. Kyle Schwarber.
Leading off for the Mets.
Yeah, that would have been funny, go to the Mets and get a World Series with him. Y'all know I'm not a big fan of him. I'm kind of worried. Like, the Mets look like a decent team. The Phillies look like a really good team. But I think the Phillies they need to win right now because all those contracts are due up at the end of this season. So, at the end of 24, okay, I was going to say, is that playable? Left fielder kind of gave up on that thing. Okay.
Now batting, right fielder.
That was Jock, wasn't it?
Steven
So we got Jock Peterson out there. Don't we have Russell on this team?
0-1's the count.
I mean, I know he left the Cubs. I just don't remember where he went.
No balls, 2
but
strikes.
I know I'd seen him since. Not a good pitch, but whatever. I like that uni Mets, that nice white outline, that nice blue and orange.
Now batting.
Now, to me, like that's the New York colors, right? I mean, that's kind of. I mean, the Mets have that color. The Knicks have that color. The Islanders are using those colors. Giants and Jets, well, you know, that's technically New Jersey, East Rutherford. I know. Cutter, and he's gone. Don't matter what happens, we're just doing our thing here. 3-2 in the final, and they get the close with that one. That's player of the game there. 52 points. I wish you could like almost bump up the multiplier on that one. And that sounds terrible to say, I know. But yeah. Play the next one. Oh, uniform style. Here we go. Ratmus is in the house. 2 seconds. Let me myself set up here. Yeah, we're wearing that stuff. Welcome in the Ratmus to the live stream Let's Play of MLB The Show 16. Yes, I'm playing a very old video game. And nice to see baseball since that lockout crap. Yeah, I know. And just in this episode, I have changed. I'm now a Washington National. I was drafted by the Indians. I demanded a trade. I wanted to be in the National League. Wound up with the Cubs. I stayed there for several years. Won 2 World Series with the Cubs. I just did 1 year with the Giants. And I figured this Washington team looks really good. I'm going to go there for a year. So this episode has been losing the only playoff game I got to play. We lost the divisional series. Giants lost to the Braves in 4 games, so I didn't even get the start. I didn't get to my second start. They had me poised for Game 5, which never happened. So we lost 3-1. Like, well, after a great season for me, 1 year with the Giants, let's see what happens. So, taking my talents to the Capitol.
Batting second, first baseman.
Yeah, I am perturbed with, the whole baseball's not going to start up right away and have their full slate of games. Because I'm a baseball guy. Obviously, look at me. But, for me, baseball is that perfect reminder of spring training. Here comes the warm weather, everybody. Now it's time for cookouts and grilling and barbecue and, fishing and picnics and all that stuff. The warm weather stuff, here it comes. I mean, I live down near Miami, so, like, that's not such a big deal to worry about, bad weather. But still, just for the country as a whole, baseball for me is that perfect sport of, like, yes, this is... The kids got summer vacation, you take them to a game, or, if you yourself are a little bit younger, you get to go do all those things, the cooking, camping, fishing.
0-1's the count.
Get outdoors and do all that fun stuff. And you can always find a ball game somewhere, If you're in one of those bigger cities, a radio station's got it. Just tune in, whatever, you're good. If you're a sucker like me and you get that MLB TV app, you can watch pretty much anything you want to. Bryce Harper, he hit a home run off of me in that RttS. I lost that game, too. We lost game 1, which was my start. Hey, I get to bat. Let's do some batting, huh? Radmus, what's been happening? What's the good news on your end? Ooh, got under it too much. Too much air. To the wall. But any new games you're looking into and playing and doing stuff with, how's that, anything new for you? I know COVID, yada yada, but game-wise, what's been happening?
Anthony Rendon.
It's been a cup of coffee, but, I'm not streaming around and I'm not around as much as I had been. I mean, I'm friggin' playing a game that's now how many years old at this rate? An Ocarina of Time on the Switch. It's really weird. I was talking Nintendo stuff, I think the last episode I had, but I was really only regular Nintendo and Super Nintendo. I didn't get a 64. I got a PlayStation. Loved the 64. GoldenEye, all the wrestling games at the time I thought were really good. There was some good stuff there, but I finally bought a 64 by the time it was like 2005. I was just about to move to Florida, and I figured, why not? I'll buy one. Really cheap, like whatever, $50. Have a friend play some GTA Definitive Edition. Ooh. No, wait, Definitive Edition. Wait, hold on. Give me.
0-1.
GTA Definitive. Is that like the triple pack? Free Vice City and San Andreas style, or maybe I'm missing some of the verbiage there. Because I thought I heard there was going to be like another, like maybe a San Andreas. They're going to pretty that one up or something like that. San Andreas. Okay, San Andreas, it's... I have a deep love for Vice City. It's more the atmosphere and the music. San Andreas, and don't get me wrong, Vice City did it as well. they wasted a lot of map space in Vice City on the far east, all that sand, all that beach area. They wasted too much map space. San Andreas, kind of the same thing, in my opinion. Just all those in-between spots, because it's mainly just the three areas. You start off in Los Santos, then you kind of get up to San Fierro, San Francisco, then you get over to Las Venturas, Las Vegas. It's mainly those areas. There's just a lot of open nothing in between. I played Grand Theft Auto 4 like once through on my old 360. I should go back and play that again just for a mental refresher. And then 5, of course, there's a lot of open space in 5 as well, but I just feel that it's too beautiful to hate. San Andreas, I liked it. Yeah, Vice City, also my favorite, yeah. And what's weird, like, if I was born in 82, like, my brain and my memory and everything is keyed up more for the things in the 90s. So, like, yeah, I remember, like, the riots that they play in that game. Yeah, that's the whole Rodney King thing, and, like, I get what they're doing there. I remember seeing that stuff on TV, like, what's going on exactly? Like, I'm, whatever, 10 years old, roughly. And I'm like, is the world coming to an end? What's going on here? It's like, yeah, just crazy times. And I'll be honest with San Andreas. Like, I think they encapsulate that whole West Coast vibe really well. As well, if I remember when the Braves were in Boston, Milwaukee, and Atlanta. Yep. And the Milwaukee Brewers, actually, their first year of existence, they were actually the Seattle Pilots. That yellow and blue combo, you know, that color combo. I think they were in Seattle for 1 year, then immediately moved to where the Milwaukee Brewers.
All ones the count.
Yeah, the Milwaukee Braves. Milwaukee has won a World Series, but they were the Braves. That was like Hank Aaron, Bob Uecker.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Oh, who was the pitcher? They had a dynamite pitcher back then, too. Not Bob Feller. What was the dude's name? They had a dynamite pitcher back then. It's just escaping my brain. I feel terrible. The Milwaukee Braves. Oh, man. Who the heck was it? That's going to kick me in the butt.
Leading off the 4th inning, center fielder, Patrick Cardona.
I'm just having a complete brain fog. I don't know. Anyway, he was awesome. Warren
I got to count 0 and 2.
Is that the name I'm thinking of? Was he even a pitcher? I know the name, but maybe I'm having a stroke. I don't know. I've had a headache since yesterday. Been a storm rolling through. Like the atmospheric pressure is kind of crushing my sinuses.
Baseman number 2, Rodrigo Castilla.
Maybe it was Warren Spahn. I don't know. But yeah, really good pitcher. Get to think Hank Aaron played in Milwaukee. There's a lot of talk, like looking at Hank Aaron's home run numbers. Like a lot of his years spent in like good hitters or good pitchers parks. Warren Edwards Spahn, yes. A lefty. 42, 46 to 65. I mean, you look at his career numbers, because I can be a stat nerd like that. Looking at his numbers, like, how does he not get much love, you know, in the annals of, like, great all-time pitchers? He's a Hall of Famer, yes. But, like, really, this guy? No one talks about him.
Right fielder number 34.
Kind of like, I know, you know, Tom Seaver,
Harper.
Miracle Mets and everything, but, like, I don't think his name gets brought up enough. It's the usual suspects. You go way back in the day, they're talking Cy Young, Walter Johnson, Christy Mathewson. Yeah, Babe Ruth. But then, you know, in that next era, it's, I don't, you know, kind of dead ball. I mean, maybe you have to go towards the, you know, 50s and 60s. Yeah, guys like Warren Spahn, and then you got, oh, not Lou Brock. Lou Brock was the base runner. Kirk Gibson. You know, Sandy Koufax. You get those usual suspects, you know, based on a generation. Warren Spahn gets left out, forgotten too often. Yeah. Like, look at his numbers. The guy is a stud and a half. Probably a late swing. Again, just not enough pop. Warning track power, that's what they call it. It's our Brewers White Sox game in Milwaukee, and Mark Burley hit a home run his first time at bat. That's good. Burley was kind of a workhorse. I mean, when the White Sox won that World Series, what, 2005? His whole career was basically that. Like, he just, a ton of innings, gets you deep into a ball game, helps out the bullpen, consistent enough. That White Sox run that they had there was just... Wait, so hold on. I just had 3 immaculate innings in a row, and I struck out every batter I faced. I know it's on beginner difficulty, and this is spring training, but still. 3 consecutive immaculate innings. Pat myself on the back for that one. Wow. Anyway, my next appearance. Yeah, I just did 1 playoff game today, because that's all that I did. Game 1 against the Braves. Freeman hit a home run off of me on a bad pitch, and then they have Bryce Harper. And Bryce Harper hit a no-doubt home run off of a sweeping curveball. And I had perfect timing on my pitch. That's what I hate the most.
Number 90.
Had my accuracy perfect, had my timing perfect, and he still blasts one. That irked me. I did nothing batting that game. My cousin's first Major League game he went to was Mark Burley's perfect game back in 09 for his 5th... Oh, man. And, you know, at 5 years old, like, you don't even recognize it that much. Like, I mean, I have a really weird memory from childhood. Like, I can remember certain things. And it's like, Mike, you were, like, 2 when that happened. Yeah, I remember that event happening, though. I remember my brother taking, whatever, like, my parents did something in the back. We were up on the patio, right? And they like fertilized the lawn in the backyard or whatever. It's like, don't go out there, don't walk on the grass, you know. Okay, and it's, I think it had just rained, and it was also going to be muddy, so don't go down there and, you know, walk around and then track in mud in the house. And I remember my brother, like, we're playing with our He-Man characters, Masters of the Universe, whatever. He took one, I remember, like, kind of watching him toss it, and then I look over the rail, like, oh no, it's way down there, it's down in the grass. I can't go down in the grass. He's like, how do you remember that? Like, I don't know. But it's like, you totally were, you know, a jerk to me. I just have a weird memory like that. But for a kid's 5th birthday, to see a no-hitter, a perfect game, beg your pardon, do you even comprehend what that is?
Yoshida.
I think he was bored because no one was hitting. Yeah, and this goes back, I don't know, not quite 10 years, but down here, Marlins Park, and the Dodgers were in town. Clayton Kershaw got the start. Boringest game I've ever been to, because the Marlins just, they're not good in general, but when Kershaw's on the mound, ain't nobody hitting the friggin' ball. I mean, it was not that exciting of a game. I don't think it was like, you know, oh, well, the Dodgers at least, you know, did a ton of work. It could have been like 3-0, 3-1, I don't know. But like, no, Kershaw's on the mound, and ain't nobody hitting anything he's serving up. And it was just like, boring. I remember I had seats... out in right field, out in stands that way. And I was there with one of my, friend I was working with at Target at the time. And he loves baseball. I mean, he's old, you know, he grew up in Georgia, so his team is naturally the Braves. That was the only team that was down here for the longest time. Still loves the Braves. Even though he's down here in Marlins. Like, no, man, I'm from Georgia, we had the Braves, TBS, you know. Everything started at 6:05, you know, that whole thing. It's like, that's cool. But, like, yeah, we would try to go to a bunch of games like Kershaw's pitching, dude. Let's go check a Dodgers game. Yeah, why not, you know? A West Coast team coming over to the East Coast. This might be, who knows what will happen. Nothing. I mean, it just looked like pitching practice. Nobody was doing a thing to Kershaw. I mean, if I had to look back, I may have the ticket stub laying around to see what year that was, just so we could look at a box score.
No balls, 2 strikes.
But, yeah, just nobody did anything. It was pretty boring. I did actually see, and this was a couple of years ago, this would have been, maybe it was 2019, just before all the COVID fun started. Braves game, and actually my girl, too, she likes the Braves as well, because same reason. I was like, well, there was no Marlins. Oh, no doubter in spring training on beginner pitching difficulty, and I let a home run go by. No doubter. Well, we're still winning the game. But, yeah. Beginner difficulty. No doubt home run. Anyway. I saw Ozzie Albies hit a grand slam at Marlins Park.
The count, 0-2.
So that was fun. And I didn't realize it at the time. I think he was, because is he a switch hitter, or am I thinking Acuna? Either way, he's batting lefty. And, like, I didn't really realize the bases were loaded. But then, like, he hits it, I'm like, oh, it looks like it's got some distance. Like, it's gone. I'm like, wait a minute. I just witnessed a grand slam. I know, to my knowledge, I never saw one before that. Like, that's kind of cool. I did the wrong pitch. He wanted the curve, I'm throwing the sweep. Still got a strike. Anyway, all good there. Yeah, you know, baseball, I'm still half tempted. If the season gets a decent amount of games, 154, I would get the MLB TV app, and I would get my phone, bring it into work, and just, you know, set it right there at my little station, and just have a ball game on all day. Oh, that one's done? Let me watch another one. Oh, that one's done? Let me watch another one. Trying to think if you witnessed anything cool. Yeah, I mean, anything like that. It was an Ozzie Albies grand slam. And boy, anything else beyond that? Have I seen a triple play? I don't think so. It's weird. Like, I can just go, I can watch baseball, go to the stadium, not say a word. I mean, you know, my friend that I worked with, like, we can just go and just go get some food right away, whatever, you know, and just sit and we just watch the damn game nonstop. No, not say a word for 7 innings. Like, oh, that was a good pitch. You know, like nothing. We don't have to say a thing. Just like sitting there enjoying the game, you know. And I'm there with my girl. It's a little bit different because, like, oh, well, let's check out what they got for the food joints. You can walk around Marlins Park, the entire concourse, not miss a pitch. It's a beautiful venue. It doesn't look like a good ballpark, but the venue itself is really nice. Walk the entire concourse, not miss a thing. And we had done that. We'd walked like 2 laps around the one time.
0-1.
We kind of, not that we snuck, but like, you know, I think we had decent seats and like, I don't know, it was probably,
He's out.
Left field bleachers. You know what I mean.
Out
in left field. Had some seats there, but oh no, let's wander around. We like wander and like we walk up another level, and we're way up in this corner piece. Like, you know, this is impossible. There's no way, like, unless this team gets hot and gets a playoff run, no one will ever sit in these seats. Maybe for a concert or something. They do all kinds of stuff at Marlins Park, but like for a ball game, no, that ain't gonna happen. Most interesting games was something like White Sox got like 20+ runs in a game. Yeah, see, that would be exciting, so long as it's, you know, your team that gets all that stuff. I mean, I remember the first game I ever went to, it was the old, well, okay, whatever, Dolphins Stadium, the football stadium, right? Before Marlins Park was constructed. And it was a Cubs game, and this was, what, 2008, I want to say? And I'm pretty sure the Cubs lost that game. But, I mean, a picture, that's a football field hosting baseball. And I forgot exactly who. I don't even remember. I probably got that ticket stub somewhere as well. But the Marlins pitcher smoked a ball, like, I mean, dead center. And got like this easy like stand-up double, and he might have drove in a run or two or something like that. But like, you know, good old Cubs pitching back in the day. Nothing good. Got World Series tickets, nosebleed if you bought season tickets for them too. Otherwise, those are empty. Yeah, it's just, I get certain venues like Fenway, Yankee Stadium. They probably always fill up, or at least darn near to capacity. But yeah, I mean, if your team's not doing well, you're not a historically rooted team that's been doing well. Like Dodger Stadium, I'm sure you could find a day. But they've been so good for the past, like, 10 years. Like, it's probably tough to find a seat in that house that doesn't, you know... You probably can't find an empty seat on a decent night. But if it's at middle of the week and they're playing some slappy team from whatever, let's say they're playing Miami, team no one really cares about if they come on the road. It's like, yeah, sure, Dodger Stadium not doing too well. But otherwise, any big, they play Frisco, that place is jacked up.
For Atlanta,
you know,
center fielder.
You got to beat your rival, and Frisco just had an awesome year. Of course, I keep mentioning Atlanta. I forgot. Oh, yeah, they won the World Series, by the way. I'm so happy. Like, all my friends, yeah, my friend that I worked with at Target, like, I'm so glad for him. Actually, one of the pastors at our church, he's from Alabama, but because that's the Southeast, who's his baseball team? The Braves, because that's the only team that was down here forever. So I mean, he was happy as anything, and like as each week, oops,
Batting second.
tough run there,
First
tough run
baseman,
there.
Rodrigo
Good game. Looks like
Castillo.
they're coming together. Sure, Acuna's injured, but Jock Peterson, I mean, he's kind of doing his thing. Like, so it'd be kind of like week by week, we're just kind of updating each other on, like, are they going to make the playoffs? Are they going to win the division? What's going on? Like, it's cool like that.
Batting third.
I'm glad that I
right
left
fielder, number
where I grew
34.
up, because everybody there likes they all like the same teams. And for anybody who does like a different team, like, they're just vilified. Like, I don't know how it works. I mean, there's a kid that I know, he likes the Cowboys. Never been to Dallas, never been to Texas, nothing. Well, because, they had all that swag in the early 90s, they were a flashy team. Like that, he liked that, so like I get why he likes them, but everybody just hates his guts because they're all Packers fans, It's like down here in Miami, it's so transient. Everybody's from someplace else. A lot of New Yorkers, obviously. So I'll see a lot of Yankees hats and Mets in the division.
Left fielder.
I see a lot of those fan bases well represented. Well, you see somebody coming in with, like, I don't know, they literally legit have a Rockies hat. Like, you gotta be, like, you're straight up a fan. You're not gonna wear that because they're not even doing well. So you're like a legit fan. Oh yeah, I grew up, just outside of Denver. Oh, cool. That's kind of, Like, they like the Broncos and they like the Avalanche and they like the Nuggets. Like, oh, that's cool. It's fun to know people like that. Well, his girlfriend's family likes the Packers, and they live in Virginia. Well, the Packers have been good since about 1995, so that's understandable. I mean, if you don't have a legitimate team, because you picture Virginia, that's kind of close to, Maryland. They might like the Washington, what are they now? The Washington football team. Senators, Generals, they had a name like that they're going to go with. But generally, that kind of the Appalachian area, they're generally Washington fans. I almost said red, It is a derogatory word. Sorry, I don't want to use it. But Guardians? No, that's Cleveland. The Cleveland Indians are now the Cleveland Guardians. But the Washington football team,
third baseman.
They changed. They have something proposed. I don't know if it's for sure, but it's something like that. Guardians, Senators, Generals, something. It's like a title. Something like that. Yeah, anyway, but that's people in that area generally would root for that Washington. Commanders, I'll go with that. That sounds about right. Sounds about right to me. Washington Commanders. Well, I mean, Commander-in-Chief. I mean, if you're going to play that whole DC angle, I mean, you got the Nationals. Right, you got the Capitals.
Leading off for Atlanta. Catcher. Richie.
Still don't know about the Wizards. They should just change that.
Account.
I know it was the Bullets. And the owner, I don't know, former owner maybe. He was not a big gun guy. Like, no more Bullets. We're going to be the Wizards. Washington, I don't know where that comes from. It's got alliteration, fine, but doesn't sound like it fits the mold. Anyway, I'd love to see a team named the Turncoats or something unheroic. Wow.
Shortstop. Dixon Machado.
The Boston Benedicts? Benedict Arnold? I don't know. I don't even know if he was associated with Boston. Yeah, well, no, there's one thing that I don't kind of get is, like, the New York Yankees. And that's kind of seen as, like, northern, like Civil War. Northern Union, right? He's a Yankee. I mean, Rebels, they do have, the University of Ole Miss, the Runnin' Rebels or something like that. But there's no pro team that has Rebels. And yeah, it was the North, the South, the Columbus Blue Jackets of the NHL. Why are they the Columbus Blue Jackets? Because in the Civil War, the blue coats of the Union North Army were made in Columbus, Ohio. So the Columbus Blue Jackets, okay, that makes sense. If there's, and just sure spitball out there, Atlanta, the Atlanta Gray Jackets, or the Atlanta Gray Coats. Like, I don't know if that would fly over that well. I mean, by the way, y'all lost, but yeah, Rebels or Turncoats is probably too strong of a word. XFL has weird ones like the Demons, yep. I thought, and the XFL I know is coming back, or it is back, or no, the XFL was back and then COVID happened. I remember I was rooting for, I think it was the Dragons, the Seattle Dragons, maybe? Just because they're dragons, and I liked the logo, I guess. Jim Zorn, the former... he was coaching the Washington football team. He did play for the Seattle Seahawks. Yeah, the Dragons. That was my new team, just because they're dragons.
All ones the count.
I think Seattle Dragons, something like that. And they stunk, but I was rooting for them. There was the old Chicago Enforcers, who, if you look at it and go back for the film of it, oh, there's that's probably a home run right there. That's good. Off the scoreboard, we got one. Anyway, the Chicago Enforcers of the original XFL, their like team entrance music is Brock Lesnar's entrance music in the WWE. So Wrestler stole his theme song from the XFL team. Fun fact. Oh yeah, then okay, you know the Enforcers. Yep. If England got a team in the MLB, they should be the Benedict Arnolds, since he was a hero to them. I think you could do better than that. I don't know, like the Liverpool Churchills or something. I don't know.
Center fielder, Patrick Cardona.
0-1.
I mean, yeah, my like Revolutionary War knowledge is not that great. But then what would we have here, like the Philadelphia Hancocks? I don't know. It just sounds bad altogether, but... John Hancock, sign his name really big. I don't know.
First baseman number 2, Rodrigo Castilla.
All ones the count.
So you know it's not so far off where it might happen where... Because you know how things change, these minor league ball clubs, they change their name. I mean, I think the Toledo Mud Hens is like the longest standing minor league club, and also longest standing with their major league team, which is the Detroit Tigers. But yeah, like the Mud Skippers and the Hush Puppies and the Baby Cakes and all these weird names, and they change it up because they just, you know, they want to sell merch, and it's minor league baseball. Who cares? If there's ever a the Philadelphia, I don't know, what would they be, the Daymen, the Nightmen. Philadelphia Suns, it's always sunny in Philadelphia. I don't know. There's a gimmick in there somewhere. The Green Men. The Philadelphia Green Men. That would be phenomenal.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Hancock's only a great team name. Better than the Commanders. I don't, well, just the fact that, you know, Hancock's like that, sure, use all your jokes and innuendo. You know, it's like the Watergate informant, Deep Throat. Yeah. The Commanders is not bad. But there's already Chiefs, so you can't do that. Like the Commander-in-Chief. Like, I get how that's relevant to the location. But, yeah, you know. But that's solo. Oh, we can go for a grand slam right now ourselves. How about it? Let's try this. Come on now. Oh, it didn't get over his head. No.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Washington, number 28, Jorge Lopez.
Jorge Lopez, he's a good one. He's like 90 overall. John Hancock. It's Herbie Hancock. Duh. That's a Tommy Boy reference for you. Herbie Hancock, of course, like a underground hip-hop legend back in the day. Actually, Herbie Hancock has a song on Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Look for that one. Herbie Hancock. That's why, of course, you know, Tommy Boy had no idea what he was talking about. Yeah, just sign the papers here, and I'll take your John Hancock down at the bottom. John Hancock. It's Herbie Hancock. Duh. Now, I didn't know that for the longest time until well after I played Vice City and started to see, like, the soundtrack, and I'm like, oh, that's what he meant. Because I had no idea who Herbie Hancock was. But anyway.
0-1.
I've never been to a minor league ball game. I don't know if I ever would go, tell you the truth. But you got that, Mr. Third Base Man. Woo! Yeah, so we lost
Now
Tony
batting,
Batts.
shortstop,
Anthony Rendon's still there. That's good.
Garcia.
But yeah, we lost our playoff game, lost our playoff series. I had such a good year with the Giants, and then just get crapped out on 2 solo home runs, and I didn't do anything batting. Oh, it was terrible. And we couldn't get into Game 5, which I would have started, which I would have been in big-time redemption mode, but whatever. Brand new year, brand new location. You've seen the Chicago Dogs play, all right.
Now batting.
Wait, the Chicago Dogs, is that minor league? That's baseball? Because that's a name I'm not familiar with. I mean, I know there's like the Iowa Cubs and all that. Like, I don't even know who's affiliated with who. I mean, even what's the... I don't think it's the AHL, the junior hockey leagues around there. There's like the Chicago Wolves and the Rockford Ice Hogs. My brother has gone to an Ice Hogs game. Well, I think they were playing the Wolves. But the Chicago Wolves are tied to the St. Louis Blues. And St. Louis and Chicago, of course, rival cities in most sports, so that's really weird that their affiliate is in Chicago. So I always thought that was weird. So why does the Chicago Blackhawk team have to play in Rockford? I never understood
Now
that.
batting. Catcher, Casey.
Well, I hit a solo home run. I missed a grand slam. Oh, pulled it foul. It's a new minor league team. Likely money. Yep. Imagine that, huh? How do they do this? Dollars. That don't make any sense. Well, it better make dollars. That's what I say. Oh, no. Dribbler, no.
He's out.
Man. Speaking of money, I had a good run just past couple days with business. I helped my friend and his wife get a policy value of $1 million. Actually, his policy $500,000, her policy $500,000. So I was able to get that taken care of for them. So glad. That's a good chunk of change, really is. Then I just helped someone. Someone in the office said, like, hey, can you help somebody with a policy? I'm like, okay. Like, I already gave her your number. She'll probably call you in a couple days. She did, and helped her out. And she did a policy of, I think, $150,000, which is good. So that's all help. I mean, and I don't even know her. It's cool to help friends. It's because it's more personal that way. But
Your attention, please. Now
I mean, to help somebody I don't even know, like, oh, okay, well,
Number 90,
the one lady in the office, like, it's a relative of hers. I think that's her sister-in-law, I think is who I just helped. I mean, that's really cool. Like, okay, that's fine. No problem.
Hey, 2.
And actually, when we looked at the numbers, it was kind of weird how, like, wait a minute. It's like, you can get a policy for $150,000 of coverage, and that's actually cheaper per month than the policy at $100,000. Imagine that. I don't know how that even works. It's a breakpoint sale, it's a thing, blah, blah, but... So I had good closures on Sunday and on Tuesday, so yay me. Yeah, very weird how the policy that pays out more is actually a cheaper monthly payment. I don't know how that works, but we looked at that right away. So, oh yeah, let's do that. I'm like, absolutely. No question.
Hey. 0-1.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to look at the numbers like that. Because initially, I think we were looking at like, well, what do you say to 250,000? Then we'll have 200,000. Okay, the numbers are whatever. She's looking to. It was based on income. It's like, I don't know. We can get something a little more reasonable per month. Okay, well, let's instead of 200, let's jump to 100. Okay, it's there. Let's just look at 150. Huh? It's I don't know what I'd say. I forgot how much cheaper per month the payments were, but like that's less. I don't know how that works, but yeah, that's better. That is better income replacement. Yeah, life insurance is not a sexy topic, but when they kind of see the value of it,
I got the count.
it's like, worst case scenario. Something happens, they got kids, like, they're not going to keep paying you just out of the goodness of their heart. That business that you were working for, if you get fired, they're not going to pay you. If you quit, they're not going to pay you. If you change jobs, they're not going to pay you. worst case scenario happens, they're not going to pay you out of the goodness of their heart. They're not going to. So instead of getting insurance through, you know, your job, your workplace, get yourself insured. Way better, and that's actually going to, like, pay. Whereas, like, you know, companies like, well, he has a, you know, insurance through us. Yeah, they try to weasel their way out of that so much. Well, it didn't happen on company property, so we're not going to pay the... It's twisted, man. It's twisted. I'm glad that I'm doing things for people that's good, and it's number one, logical, and it's ethical as well. Because, yeah, like, I'm sure I don't look like, you know, an insurance salesman per se. But it's like, I don't have that cheesy, slimy suit and the... No.
Now pitching for Washington.
Just weird.
Number 90.
Yeah, ethical, and that's we like to brag. We're like, we do the right thing 100% of the time. Well, like I said, we were looking at her numbers. Let's start a $250,000 policy. Let's see what this looks like. And then, okay, a little bit more per month than she's wanting to pay. Let's go to 200. Okay, still, whatever. Let's dumb it down to 100. You know, we could have just stopped there. She would have been paying more per month, which is more money in my pocket for, you know, based on the premium. So my commission would have been higher. But if we can get you a policy that's better and it costs you less, that's fine. I'd rather help somebody instead of just line my pockets. That's our methodology. That's our ethical side of it.
Now batting.
So like I don't get as much of a commission out of it, but so what? Like, I'm supposed to be helping her. Like, that's kind of my duty. Her dad is a lawyer, and he has been bent over backwards for people so many times. Yeah, just... And a lot of the times he may have to do that because of whatever the case involves. Like, you know, there's a lot of unethical things going on. So he's got to, you know, kind of correct those things or kind of guide them in a better direction. Yeah, I'm sure. You know, if he's on the law side of things, bless his heart, I could never go that way in so many, you know, for so many reasons. I don't think that my mental capacity or caring would be there. And again, it's you know, you say it, lawyer, ooh, right? They instantly kind of squirm. Oh, a lawyer, ooh. A lawyer, a judge, courtrooms, ew. You know, life insurance, it's terrible. Who wants to? Yeah, it's like it's not sexy topics, but like if you have somebody that's good and if you have somebody who's ethical, you know, logical, ethical, and out for your best interests, not their own. I think that really builds up, like, that's so much better reputation-wise. Like, you don't have to be this gruff, no, just, you know, slamming your hand on the desk like, no, damn it, it's got to be this way. It's really weird. If you're kind and you're seen as soft, no, I still think that's going to get you further in life than being a friggin' tyrant. My opinion. I don't know. Have I failed so far? Yes, I've failed, but I keep going. Simulated games. Stop simulating. I need a save at some point, just in case the power goes out and I lose all this, you know, progress I've been working on. Casey Braxton, now a pitcher for the Nationals. Woo! This was what? Simulated game. Nope. Let's back out. We'll reload the file. I need that beautiful, pitch command. That's what I want, because that's easy training points. Pitch command. There we go. Let's get in there. There needs to be some balance, I think. Don't let people push you around, but be kind, too. Well, it's kind of weird for what I'm doing, because basically I got to do what's in their best interest. You know, if she would have been adamant about, no, I just want the $100,000 policy, I don't care if it costs me more. Okay, we looked at the numbers. Why not give yourself a, nope, I want to do 100. Okay. I mean, at least the visibility and the option of doing what I would consider the more ethical thing, it is there, it's on the table. If she would have been adamant about the 100, fine. That's her choice, that's no problem. I'm not going to, you know, I wouldn't steer them in a direction that they don't want to go. Lay some cards on the table, like, you know, what looks best for you? What's workable? What can we do? Like, are you sure you want to, you know, like trading baseball cards when we were kids? Like, you sure you want to trade that Bo Jackson card for, whatever, Chris Sabo? Because, I mean, Bo Jackson, win, lose, or draw. I know he's got that injury, but still, like, he's still the guy. And I know Chris Sabo just won the World Series with the Reds, but, like, come on, you know who the cooler guy is, right? You know whose card is going to be worth more in the long run, right? Oh, but I want that card. Okay, okay. Here's Chris Sabo. Thank you for Bo Jackson. It's not nearly the same, you know, sort of analogy or piece to it, but if someone's just so geared in one direction that they definitely want that one thing with other options on the table, okay. I have to do what, you know, basically it's up to them. Remember when Ken Griffey hit a home run? Oh, yeah. I've seen that, like, I'm more on Instagram these days, more so than anything else, and there's a lot of, I think MLB might even repost that. Like, just the cool things of baseball. That's amazing. Yeah, speaking of the Cincinnati Reds, yeah, back in the day, Senior playing with the Big Red Machine. Yeah, back-to-back homer. And what, Griffey was how old at that point? He was a puppy. And again, how cool would that be to, like, I get to play pro sports with my son? Like, that would just be the craziest thing. Now, sure, you have to have that kid kind of in your younger years, too, 18, 19, 20 years old. And you still have to be physically good enough to actually be on the team, you know, as you're knocking on the door of 40. But, yeah, Griffey had to be a puppy when that happened. This was not, like, 93, 94. This had to be, because I think he come up in 89. It could have been 89 or 90 is my best guess. Had to be very early in his career. You know, listen, I can just talk stupid baseball stuff forever. It's not stupid, it's great. Damn it, it's an American sport. Best thing ever. I mean, as much as I like hockey, and that is my winter sport. Okay, so I got my training points there. Let's save. Woo! Don't mind me yawning. Here we go. Okay, it's a home game, so I should go with... Let me just go with... I know we're spring training, whatever, but let me just get used to the look. The home whites. There's something with that. These two hats. I don't know if it really shows. Yeah, it does show. The W here looks a little darker. I'm going to go with this darker W on the hat. Because I don't know if it's got, like, gold trim around it or something. I got the fancy one here. I got the old stars and stripes. I showed that off earlier, but I got the solid red stars and stripes going inside the W. I think that's kind of nice. Although I do want the other. I want the blue bowl with the red brim. That's the hat I'm looking for to get. And I got to get a Guardians hat.
Rocky Merced.
I'm not a Yankees fan, but I will say those home pinstripes look really nice. And then on the road, that navy blue and gray, yeah, there's an edge to that, man. I mean, it's not quite Oakland Raiders silver and black, but that dark blue, when it's done well and you're doing well, looks mean. I mean, yeah, the Chicago Bears. You go back, you know, through the '80s when they looked mean in that navy blue. It almost looked black. That dark blue, the helmet, and the home uniform, like that looked mean. Now they just look whatever, but
Batting third,
the Super Bowl shuffle somewhere
somewhere
out there is an old, you know, picture old camcorders, those big things, right? Apparently there's video of me doing the Super Bowl shuffle, and I'm like 4 years old or so. My aunt and my uncle, like, I guess just recorded me, you know. And my aunts, well, they're my godparents. Actually, they're not actual, there's no blood relation there, but aunt and uncle is quicker to say than godmother and godfather. But anyway, my aunt Mel has threatened. I'm going to, like, I'm leaking that tape when, like, for your wedding. That tape will be played.
Nope.
So they're and whether she's joking about it or not, I don't think she would joke about that. I mean, I hope she's kind of had that VHS tape, like, you know, digitized over time, and, you know, make it a DVD, make it whatever, an MP4, whatever you got to do nowadays. I would hope she's done that over time. Because, VHS, I mean, like, come on now. It's no longer 1997. Like the DVDs are pretty much dead and gone too. But she said she will have that play at my wedding.
Yeah.
My dad took my brother to some event about Walter Payton, but he was little and too afraid. We actually went to Bears training camp right after they won the Super Bowl, so this would have been in Platteville, Wisconsin, in 1986. We had just left Chicago and moved into Twin Lakes, Wisconsin. But we went to Bears training camp for the start of the '86 season, and I didn't know what was going on. I had no idea. Like, yeah, I mean, there was a crowd, and I mean, well, it's outside in the heat, so I wasn't enjoying it all that well, and I didn't really know what was going on. I'm like, who are they playing? Well, it's training camp. They're kind of playing each other. Well, that's not fun. It's like, I don't want Mike Singletary to hit Walter Payton and injure him. The man's crazy. Like, no, it's not. It's just kind of they're practicing. It's, I didn't get it. I didn't understand. I remember parts of that day. And again, that's 1986. I mean, I'm 4 years old, and I remember portions of that day. Really weird how my memory clicks in like that, in and out. But damned if I don't remember Pythagorean theorem from high school. I always thought Pythagorean theorem. I thought he was that dude in the NBA. That European guy who was good at shooting three-pointers. Pythagorean theorem wide open for three. I don't know. He sounds Greek, doesn't he?
Leading off for the Nationals, pitcher Casey.
Let's hit this thing.
Braxton.
There's a solid shot, if not a home run. That's a gapper. Off the wall. Can we go three? I don't know. Probably not today, sir.
Whoosh, he's safe.
That was close. Little stutter step action. Should I try to steal third? See about this. A little late. Woo.
Hey!
That was not a good jump. I'll take it. Next appearance. Dribbler, he's gone. Come on, a man on third, nobody out. You got to get me home. Dribbler to first, dribbler to the pitcher. That's what this game is known for. And a dribbler to, wow, first, pitcher, and third. Couldn't do a GD thing. Man on third, nobody out. You can't get under the ball a little bit, get some air. Pop that thing up just a snib. Oh, well. Kind of a long episode today. We're already past 2.5 hours. That's not normally what happens here. But since the playoffs didn't last too long for us, I kind of went through my my homework.
0-1.
Pen to paper. Writing down, like, who am I going to go to? Who's got the best roster? What makes the most sense for me?
No balls.
I mean, I've been with the Giants. Okay, like, and my whole idea was, yes, be in the National League so I can actually, take some swings. I definitely wanted that to be a part of my career, and thankfully, pretty much all of it has been. Drafted by the Indians, but then I requested a trade. Landed in Wrigley. Awesome. And yeah, I had some good years there. 2 World Series, obviously. Then, now arbitration's done. Free agency, here we go. Calling my own shots. Of course, I have those ballparks in mind that I would want to go to and play at. San Diego, San Francisco, and LA are all very good pitchers' parks. Who else? As I wrote it all down. Lesser than them. Oh, sorry, San Diego, the Dodgers, and the Mets are like the best pitchers' parks that I could have gone to. Giants and Cardinals are kind of mid-line, decent stadiums. Braves and Pirates are kind of like on the outside looking in. Washington was not even on my radar at all. And, well, the team's just stacked that friggin' good, and they got a lot of good pitching. So if I'm just another good arm here, why not? Wrigley Field is a historic park, but at the same time, it shows its age, and parking sucks. Yeah, like, I'm of the mind, and I'm a Cubs guy, I'm still of the mindset, like, I understand. And I love the idea of these old places, Fenway and Wrigley, and Dodger Stadium, pretty old. Angel Stadium, pretty old as well, 1960s. But it's like nobody really complains about those things at Dodger Stadium and at Angel Stadium. As far as the seating is crap and support beams, and you've got bad seating views and all this stuff. I get these are historic places, but one thing I think should be mandatory is your ballpark should be retractable. It just should be. And over time, they should. They're just going to have to. They're going to have to redo Wrigley. They're going to have to redo Fenway. They're going to have to make new ones. If they had to make new Yankee Stadium, Fenway and Wrigley, I'm sorry. I love it. I understand the significance, and like it's such old buildings from the 19-teens, and that's something beautiful. I get that. But at some point, like, it's an old, cramped, small little toilet of a place. Build a new one, and everybody moving forward should have to have a retractable. Because as cool as it was last year to watch Miguel Cabrera hit a home run in the snow in Detroit, the roof should have been closed. How the Minnesota Twins have a wide-open ballpark, but the Minnesota Vikings play in a dome is beyond me. Football, you play outside, and who cares? You don't want people to come to your house when it's December and January playoff time. Baseball, there's no, like, everybody should have a retractable. Just for, because, hey, rain could sweep through at any point, doesn't matter where you are. Too much heat, you're down in Texas, you're in Arizona, and most of them do.
Got him.
Yeah, Rangers, Astros, Diamondbacks, they're all retractable, and that makes sense. But for early in the season, everybody, you have to play all your games in the South anyway. Like, they scheduled that way because, well, Detroit and Cleveland and Chicago, they keep getting freaking snowed out early and late in the year. I gotta close that thing up. I just think, like, at some point, Wrigley and Fenway, yeah, they're gonna have to be, tear them down, make new ones. You're just gonna have to, I understand. But then, everybody, moving forward, it should have to be retractable. For the most part, sure, well, it's never going to be utilized. Fine. Keep that thing wide open. Baseball, yeah, outside in the sun, it's beautiful. I get that. I'm not against it at all. But what I'm against is, oh, another rained out day. Oh, this game's snowed out. Oh, your team's in the playoffs. You want to get deep into things. And it's freaking, 38 degrees, not quite snowing. But it's like, this is a summer sport, everybody.
2 balls, no strike.
If the roof is closed, no big deal. And the elements are pretty much all taken care of. That's just my 2 cents. Yeah, especially in the cold, like, they say football players have, like, the worst time, like, catching a pass or whatever. When it's snowy like that, it's snowy and cold and all that stuff. But you play outside, man. Like I said, Minnesota. The Twins, wide open. Baseball, wide open, but yet football. When were the Vikings at their absolute best historically?
Leading off for the Yankees,
when they were the purple people-eater defense of the early 1970s and they played outside. And no one wanted to go to Minnesota in December when it was friggin' 3 degrees out and windy. I believe in the NFL...
0-2.
The Vikings, Minneapolis, St. Paul, whatever, that is the coldest NFL city. Why would you not want to utilize that? The Detroit Lions, they have a dome. The Tigers, baseball, they play wide open. Makes no sense to me.
third baseman, Eric.
It's the craziest thing.
0-1's the count.
I mean, that, like, if you put a dome, and sure, I hate the Packers, but if they were to reconfigure Lambeau Field and or putting a dome over it, just solid dome, not even retractable, people would be like, that's the stupidest idea ever. And it is. Like, you don't want to give anyone an advantage. Or sorry, you want to have the advantage when you're home. Baseball, I know the dimensions of the ballpark is all different every way around, but like, no one should have to, like, have to pitch in on the hands, breaks the bat, and like now his hands like friggin' have bursitis because his hands are too cold and the pitcher can't grip the ball well and it's all that stuff.
0-1.
I don't know. That's just me ranting about the weather and baseball.
0-2 is the count.
That's all I got for now. A bad pitch, but that's okay. Where are we at here? This is what, 5th inning? We're moving along here in spring training. as I ramble. That's another one of those glorious, sexy things about baseball, though. What a
He's out.
Football, I know the seating is different, but the field is exactly the same every team. Hockey, the rink is exactly the same. Basketball, the court is exactly the same. Baseball, now we got something here. Got these different dimensions. The left field foul pole is not the same distance for everybody. There's that weird little jagged center field hump in Pittsburgh. Minute Maid dead center actually had a hill at dead center field. Like that's unique. All the foul territory in Oakland. 2 strikeouts every inning. That's pretty good. This hat is really, really crushing my skull here. It's a tight one. Woof. How far along? We still got another week to go. Probably get a couple of relief spots and probably one more start, which is about 5 or 6 innings worth, but, you know. Oh, what do we got here?
Your attention, please.
Oops.
Now pitching for Washington, number 90, Casey.
Oh man, I can't type all of a sudden. A-R-O-U-N-D. Jeez. Ghost Man. Anybody who knows the stream knows me well enough. Might know Ghost Man, just
Leading off for St. Louis.
couple messages
Second
here.
baseman, Jesus.
He's doing car repairs right now.
0-1.
Fixing up his mom's car. He sent me a picture the other day. He kind of, you're wrenching in the engine or something. He sliced himself pretty heavy. Oh, Rotmus on the way to dinner. Rotmus, thanks so much for jumping in, saying hey, and talking some baseball and sports and stuff. I know I can ramble. I mean, you give me a topic and I can just take off with it. This is spring training. Not to say it doesn't matter, but you know, we're just dominating just to get through. Brand new year, going to be with Washington. So you were the first one to see it. Thanks so much for that. But yeah, we'll catch you down the road. You, Fatmus and Rockman and the whole crew. Song of Luxury, even. I remember the crew. Back in those, what was it, the Resident Evil days, I think is when I caught all your attention. But still playing baseball. I'm hopeless. Thanks so much for checking things out. We'll catch you down the road. And a swig of water for the gamer guys and girls out there. Why not?
Marlon Ryan.
Yep, from the new Copper Mug of Awesomeness. Start up dinner. That's a fair idea, my friend. That's my next to-do as soon as I get done with this stream.
Ball, that's outside.
Yes, 'tis. Well, normally I do spring training in its own episode, but, well,
Ball.
you kind of saw what
2
I
balls,
do
no strike.
in the off-season as far as, like, how do I pick my team? What do I look at? What's the deal? You kind of got to see it in full here. Got my notebook. You saw me writing stuff down. What I do want to look at, though, as soon as we get through spring training, and maybe I'll do it in the notes as well, but the teams that I was looking into. Philadelphia seemed very interesting. Maybe the Mets. I mean, Brewers and Cardinals were kind of in the mix.
Now batting, shortstop, Tristan
L.A.,
Acevedo.
matter of fact, was kind of an idea. But of all the teams that I looked into, we'll see how the season plays out. I mean, what happens to the Cubs? What happens to the Giants? You know, the further away I get from those teams, like what's going to be the to-do there? And again, me just sitting with these one-year contracts, that's kind of my whole deal. So I can literally pick and choose where I want to go with this rate and not be so locked in. Now, maybe I'll get sentimental to some degree and like, no, I'll stay with one place or with one team. I don't know. To wind out, let's say the last, 4, 5, 6 years of my career. Just go somewhere and, like, that's just going to be it for me. Doesn't matter what happens. Well, all 3 outs were via the strikeout. That's fun. Woo! Play next appearance. Alright, so more relief. Eric Hosmer struck him out 16 times. Blake Swihart struck him out 12 times. Hosmer, I've seen him 78 times, though. Oof. Well, now Hosmer started Kansas City when this game was made. Then what did he? St. Louis maybe was his.
Number 90.
Sounds about right. That's who we're playing. And it's just funny with that too. Like I know I don't look at the rosters all too intensely. Good barehand. Are you kidding me?
Got him.
That's good. Spring training. I don't care. That's good stuff. But to see where the people go, Mike Trout I think went to San Diego and they still haven't done anything, right? Bryce Harper goes to the Braves. I don't think they've won. I mean, they beat us. I mean, not to say that he beat us, but I mean, I think it wasn't it 1-1, and then he hit one on I don't know. And he broke the, or maybe we were down 2-0. I don't remember. Something.
Now batting, number 23.
Keeping number 90, and yeah, I'm looking. I'm gonna get that two-seamer worked in. I might incorporate that into the episode as well.
The count 0-2.
Yeah, maybe I will before everything starts. I mean, we kind of know what we're looking like. Yeah, the first one that I throw perfect timing, and he actually makes contact with it. See what I mean about this game? They don't want you to do well. Got onto that one. I was kind of floating there. Not to say an easy one. It hit easy enough. Sega Saturn had Dragon Ball Z video games? Wow. Now you know. Pinch hit for me. I don't care. Excuse me, one more. Whew, excuse me. Doing okay. Probably got one more start here. What do we got? 4, 5, 6 games. There's probably one more start in this mix. Here's relief. Excuse me. Gosh, just coughing, hacking up half a lung here.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Washington, number 90, Casey Braxton.
Oh, quick text, sorry. I can't type. Boom.
Leading
Okay.
off for the Braves. Third baseman.
Oh, the Braves. I'm
Russell
hating them.
Shim.
I would have joined them. No. And how about the Blue Jays winning the World Series the way they did? Coming as a wild card. And now they're just... Their pie chart is just fantastical. I mean, they might be on another run here. So, I mean, good for them, huh?
Aye.
Aye.
Now batting, catcher, Richie Salazar.
It's funny, like, I
0-1.
don't really like the Nationals, and maybe that's just my... I don't know, a lot of those DC teams I just never really liked. Maybe I just don't like politics, whatever. But,
He's out.
it's weird, like, when
Now batting, shortstop.
when they won the World Series, I was so happy for them. Good players on the team, you know. I mean, Scherzer gets his, Tony Batts gets his, you know. I know I'm forgetting somebody. Trey Turner was there, right? Solid, scrappy. I love how I'm just stuck in my animation. No, I can go. It was kind of like good for them winning that World Series. That's awesome. Great. You know, the old Washington fans back in the day, the Washington, Senator fans, before they moved and became the Minnesota Twins. Like, any of those fans, like, good for them. You know, back in the day, there's some, you know, he was a kid, and, oh, then the team left and all this stuff. Like, good that they get that back. I like those kinds of stories. So here's a start, and we're again at home. I have not had many road sets. Oh, that's what I got to check is, like, Why is that? You can tell there's a darkness there between the two, right? I want to see. I need to look into that. Quick timeout, though. I'm going to bathroom it up. A little bit of water hit me, you know?
Leading off the afternoon for Miami, second baseman, number 46.
Okay. Hustling back here, flipping and zipping. What's your problem, guy? What's up? So this is top of the first. Yeah, here's a start for us, and I would still imagine we get a relief spot or two,
First pitch,
even after this. As we are getting close to that 3-hour mark on the stream here.
Yeah!
Yeah.
I got the count 0-2.
I bet you do, Panama Red. Whoop, gone. Yeah.
Batting second, shortstop.
Most of what I've been streaming has been baseball.
0-1's the count.
Just, and still, that's, you know, how many more seasons of this am I going to do? I mean, if this is, I don't know, like, I'm going till this career is about as tapped out as I want it to be. Then even after this, I know I've started up another character of Fallout 4, and I do like that game a ton. I mean, I kind of, you know, you put up a poll, what do you like better, Skyrim or Fallout 4? It's probably split 50-50 for, you know, your audiences, but I'm a Fallout 4 guy between the two. I can seemingly always go back to that game and never have issue. I don't know.
Carlo Stanton.
0-1.
Yeah, my friend's sister had said, you know, Skyrim's great and she's more fantasy realm, you know, into that stuff. And like the whole post-apocalyptic blah blah blah. And Fallout does well for what it is. But she's like, yeah, even in Skyrim, it's just you get to a spot, it's like there's nothing else to do. But if you land everything correctly in Fallout, you can always get missions and quests and stuff to do. You know, Preston Garvey, etc., or whatever little faction you're affiliated with, there'll always be things to do. And sure, you do have the Dark Brotherhood in Skyrim, if you take that as far as it goes. You can always do stuff there too. I don't know, that doesn't mean you're leveling up. Because to be fair, Skyrim being the kind of game where the more you do something, the better you get at it. And that's standard life. Standard life is not just, you know, oh, well, I did really well with a lot of things in the past year, so now I'm going to make myself really strong. I'm going to make myself even smarter. If you're not shaping that, you know, if you're not shaping things that way, it shouldn't automatically go that way. But whatever. Leveling up in video games, it's a fickle creature. Now, I want to see something here. Seeing that we got that fancy hat, I don't know what like, I see there's lines on the hat, like, the lines in that W, like stitching. There is a blue outline, so I might have to keep that in mind. Like, you can see the lines of the stitching, and there's the blue outline, so that might be it for this one, I don't know. I'll try to check that next, that pure white W next time.
Leading off for the Marlins, left fielder.
But, well, we started the career in Cleveland, but then we go to Wrigley. We're in Chicago. Then we go to Frisco. Now we're going to D.C. We've been all over the place at this rate. We've been, you know, Great Lakes Central Time Zone. We've gone out west, you know, Pacific style. And now we're East Coast, you know, in the capital. It's like, where else is there to go? I mean, well, sure, the places that I've thought of. like I said, we can still go to the Mets, you know, go to New York, go to the Big Apple, all that stuff. Places that are worth it, so to speak. San Diego aren't still on the West Coast. LA still on the West Coast. Just what part of California are we in? That's the question. You know, we can do Atlanta, you know, the jewel of the South, right? And we can do St. Louis, the gateway to the West.
Ball.
No.
I got the count.
Pittsburgh as well. Western Pennsylvania. Ah. Good catch, good catch.
Batting eighth, first baseman, Rich Franco.
Richie Franco. How you doing? Oh, he didn't have to spin around for that one. Just adjusting my hat there. Sorry, just it's hurting.
Batting ninth, Petra.
And okay, so I had the Giants hat on. Now I'm starting with this thing. Like, we're past that 3-hour mark. Not only am I wearing the hat, but I'm also, you know, the headset on this thing is a little bit extra uncomfortable, if that makes sense. A little extra uncomfortable.
2 strikes.
But, well, you know. Oh well. I never really played the Crash Bandicoot games, and that's Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back. Oh, that's the N Cortex theme. There you go. Have not been batting well here in spring training, huh?
Hey.
Stole a base, 95. Oh, try and get that smoke going, huh? Drop it just a little and go power swing. Always a power swing, though. A little bit oppo, but I don't think that's got enough distance. Oh, he's running for it. Off the wall, kid.
Hey!
Oof.
Throw.
Thought he had me.
The third baseman, number 6.
All right, next appearance. Fly out, and he gets me home. Did he? Casey out at home. Symphony of the Night. Now there's a beautiful video game.
Second baseman.
Well, I drove in a run, so I'm still beating them. Man, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I had fun streaming that, but it's just, yeah, I didn't have a big audience for it.
Count. 0-2.
I think I did that over Halloween one year. I think it's a good game regardless of when you play it. But, you know, the whole, like, that sort of macabre, you know,
The batter, number 35.
Dracula type. Yeah, it's more of a Halloween and an October stream, you know. I would definitely go back to it. I would definitely go back. And then I would do so with something else in mind along the way. So. Striking MFers out right now. Melon farmers. I like my Nationals hat, the one I'm wearing. I like this, but I want that. I want the blue bowl in the red brand.
0-1.
The stars and stripes are. That's very cool. I do like that facet of this. And actually, I wore this hat on July 4th. The other year, I think it was 2020, as a matter of fact. I got my girlfriend up to Wisconsin to meet my family, and during that week, I think we left the next day. I think our flight was the next day, which would have been Sunday, July 5th of 2020, if I remember right.
Third baseman.
Or was it the 20? No. So that was 2020.
0-1's the
In
count.
21, we went up for my brother's birthday. And his birthday is on July 21st.
Ball 1.
And it being 2021, I don't know. It all ties in. That's you. You got that, I got first. Okay. Nintendo Game Boy had Donkey Kong Land 2. And this is the Sticker Brush Symphony. Didn't know that. How could that play out? You go Super Nintendo to Game Boy? I do not imagine that translated well. Musically, they're doing what they can. That sounds pretty decent. Just visually odd.
Foul ball.
broke it, no go. Haha. Yeah, spring training, I don't use any perks. I should just for fun. Woo! Gavin Brito.
Number 2.
Fifth inning. I don't know if we get 6 out of this or whatever, but we got to be getting long in the tooth here for this final start of spring training. But then remember, when we come back, everything it's start up. It's going to be the 24 season. Pick up and throw, don't you know? Paul Stanley, right? He's a part of the KISS Army. 1 for 1 with a triple and an RBI.
Catcher. Casey.
Drop it just a little. Nothing? Okay. What's your smoke here, kid? 94, but not quite. So 95 that thing, huh? Yeah, you're not doing that. Ah, liner right to him. What looks like a good shot, I tell you. Oh, that was it. Okay. Done. Well, I'm the player of the game here because in 5 innings I got me some 10 strikeout numbers going. That's all good. Immaculate 4th inning. That's good. Next appearance. Oh, pitch command. Let's enter training. That's cool. Because that's the one we want. We got 2 more games to go. 2 more days worth, if you will. Getting some texts and tweets and shout-outs and whatever, it's fine. Woo! We're good. We'll make it through this. We're good. It'll be interesting playing a season now in, well, but that covers all divisions now. The Cubs, I'm in at NL Central, played all those teams. Giants out west, and now Nationals will be in the East. So, I mean, for an interesting twist that I didn't even anticipate, there is that. Again, Philadelphia was looking like a team I was really thinking about. Milwaukee and St. Louis were kind of and even the Dodgers. Maybe it's too soon to go from the Giants to the Dodgers, though, you know? Gotta let time heal up on that a little bit. It's just funny that, like, I leave the Cubs and they were tied for the worst record in their division. Again, it'll just be interesting to me to see how that pans out, because the Cubs still look like they're a great batting team, no pitching. And I don't know, it's just interesting, like, what's going to happen to the Giants. I mean, I know Severino, still an ace. This Nationals team, though, we're going to be nasty, dude. We're going to be really good on the mound. We have 5 great man rotation, and a closer of 90 plus. So you have to look at that as, like, this is going to be pretty heavy, because we're going to get ourselves deep into games with a good closer, who's going to save more than he loses out, you know? I mean, a blown save, we can still win that game, but he's going to save more than he loses for sure, and that's just the standard average of any closer, I would imagine. But I hope this kid's going to, you know, have a great time doing this. Honestly, like, I'd rather not have to worry about a closer. I'd rather have such a good game. You know, and that sounds very contrarian. It's like, oh, we get 7 runs, they score 2 or 3. I'm going to get a complete game out of this. Don't worry about the bullpen. You know, whoever we can make good in this team, like, that's fine by me. I mean, I've had my years at Wrigley. Not to say I'd never go back. If all of a sudden they get some pieces and things look good, sure, I would go back. Like I said, I would go pretty much everywhere, and that includes Colorado, which I said I would never do because, you know, the atmosphere, and I don't know how this game plays into that algorithm or whatever. But yeah, man, that's just, who knows how that's looking. Play next appearance. Okay. 8-3, we got some stuff going on here. 36 innings pitched, 77 strikeouts. Well, that'll be 36, 6 and 6, 12, 72, that is? I think so.
Your attention, please. Now
Yeah, 72 with 77 strikeouts. Better than 2. Hey, Nolan Arenado. All right. That's why the Rockies can't bat anymore. Is where they have good pitching.
0-1.
But
third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
yeah, and it'll be interesting now because I've done several years in the Central, did 1 year in the West, and now we're in the East, division-wise. So, I mean, that's going to be a pretty interesting thing. Was where I had plenty of look. Well, a lot of time in San Francisco, obviously. When you're home, you're going to... Of the 30-some games, yeah. I mean, did I go to Colorado and San Diego and L.A. and Arizona? Yeah, we had games in the opponents' houses. Of course I did. I would think it's next to impossible to not. And so now I get to go into the East. And have that somewhat regular. Plenty of time here in Washington. But yeah, then we'll get to go into the Mets, into the Phillies, and we'll see how those places are.
Count 1 and 2.
Check on the Marlins, you know. Oh, right by me. And then yeah, check out the Braves as well. Turner Field. Because this is not. What's the new one? Truist? I don't know what their new one is.
Jeff Foster.
But this is still Turner Field. Or is it Turner Park? I don't know. It's Turner. Didn't he build that specifically for the 96 Olympics? Whoa, break that bat. Oh, and snagged in midair. There you go. Good play, good play. And that's that little relief set. Tony Batts, player of the game, so we win that thing. 11-3. Don't get me wrong, I mean, some interleague play is kind of fun to do. But, you know. And still a relief spot in the very last game here. Jesus Montero, 9 strikeouts. 1 more for you. Well, but he's a twin. That's not going to... Woo!
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Washington, number 90, Casey Braxton.
Bam. All right. What do we got here? Wait, was that Bud Black? Is that our skipper? The guy from Oakland, right? That looked like him.
Nolan Arenado.
Well, if that's the case, we definitely got some pitching coming up. We got some money ball.
Got him.
I mean, I'm a ask for some dollars though.
Now batting, the first baseman, Jesus Montero.
This is a 6th inning set here for me. I'm not looking at stuff.
0-1.
Ghouls and Ghosts, the arcade. How difficult was the arcade if the Nintendo game, the Super Nintendo game, you know, if it all was just horrible and difficult beyond? Well, all right. So, I mean, a really great year in Frisco.
3.
Nothing wrong with that. I mean, that would just be great. In 3 years, a Cy Young MVP with the Cubs, Cy Young MVP with Frisco, Cy Young MVP with the Nationals. Same name, just Mr. Uniform out here just keeps changing his shirt.
0-1's the count.
And again, I could have stayed with the Giants another year or so. I don't know. It's whatever to me. It's get them. Thank you. So that ends my preseason 2024 spring training. Beg your pardon. Oh, baseball. You are the mark of warm weather and good times. The camping, the grilling, all that stuff, fishing. All that outdoor fun. 6,300 points. All right, that's pretty good. So let me save another one right here. Anyway, woo! Gotta start eating here in a minute. Wasting away. But anyway, since we got that, play next appearance, you have one contract offer waiting. The Nationals wanted 8-year, no, let's just do one. Nationals have agreed to your 1-year offer, $31 million, which I believe is the max. Spring training stats, I don't care about stats. Woo! Alright, so, and I guess I'm getting the start too. So anyway, looking around to things, yeah, I want to keep track of the teams I was looking at. Not quite the Braves, but Nationals, Mets, the Phillies were actually a very interesting look. If I was looking more so at stadiums. Pirates and Cardinals were on that list, LA. So these teams, Braves, no, the Nationals were not, I took them. So it's Braves, Mets, Pirates, Cards, LA, San Diego, San Francisco. Those are the stadiums that I was looking into. But I guess to, keep a check on the Phillies. Pirates and Cardinals. Oh, Brewers was another one that I was interested in. DuckTales, you know it. But predictions for the year. So, let's go. This is the 2024. 2024. Well, I mean, the Blue Jays, you're number 2. Look at that pie chart. That's great. The Rays, that looks really good, too. Contact and pitching. The Yankees, that's not bad. The Red Sox getting some pitching. The Orioles had won the division the last 2 years. So for them to disappear now, that's, man, really good pitching. But you need other things. And I would say it's got to be, I got to go Jays. Wow, really? So they have the Yankees ranked number 6 with much better pitching versus the batting. I'll go Jays, Rays, Yanks. Because the Red Sox still, like, there's not good enough batting there. The Orioles, nothing. But I'm saying Blue Jays are going to be the winner of the division. So a check by them. Wow, White Sox not so good. Indians not so good. Royals, I mean, not really. Tigers looking good. Okay, I'll go Tigers to win the division. Twins, not enough. Jeez, and then, I mean, really just... That's interesting. White Sox versus Royals. Royals got better pitching. I gotta go Royals. And this is on the outside. Royals on the outside looking in. I mean, White Sox maybe. Twins ain't that bad. They're not that good. If the Royals are ranked 8th, and the Twins are ranked 27th, that's such a huge discrepancy based on what? Defense? It's probably just the... Oh, boy. It's a tough one. That's all I'll stick with. Athletics, no. Astros, not really. Mariners, Rangers again. To win the division. No pitching at all. None. Jeez. Astros is a weird outlier. Astros. And then coming across Nationals. Well, we are number 1. We got the pitching, and we got some power. The Braves, not enough pitching. The Marlins, not enough anything. The Phillies are surprising. The Phillies are basically us, with better speed. We got that defense, which should help. And the Mets, surprising. I mean, I gotta go with us. I gotta go Nationals. Because, look, you have decent contact, excellent power, excellent pitching. Even the Phillies, you got power. Your pitching's not up there. And your contact, not as good. Okay. Wow, so I gotta go Nationals. Nationals to win. Then Phillies and Mets as your backup. As you're probably making the playoffs. Boy, the Cardinals, good batting, decent pitching. Brewers, that's a better look for me. The Reds, now you ain't got power. Man. Cubs, no pitching. Pirates, no. With no pitching, I can't give you... No. The Cubs have better pitching. Not your time. I mean, the Reds, you got no power. What is sexier? Better batting with decent. That's a coin toss. I gotta go Brewers on this one. Brewers slightly over the Cards, but I don't think you can count out the Reds either to make the playoffs. But Brewers, I'd say Brewers to win the division. I'll go that way. Wow, Dodgers, huh? Jeez. The Diamondbacks could do better than their record. They could. They bat a little bit better than the Giants. They don't pitch as well. Dodgers got to win that division, though. I'm going right back to it. Rockies, nothing. Padres, not enough pitching. Giants or Diamondbacks. I mean, but you lose a lot of pitching there. Giants on the outside, but that's about it. I mean, it's almost just the Dodgers division to take, and theirs alone. Giants I got to keep as an idea. But there you go. Nationals, Brewers, Dodgers, Blue Jays, Tigers, Rangers. Those are my picks. And also, because as we're looking into this, our calendar, that's fine. To view the roster, and again, this was our big deal here. How many players? Well, now that I'm here, the Nationals, it was 15 players in the 80s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 players, where it was 15. So 13 with 2 in the 90s. So unless something happened, I don't know. But this kid's here for a while. The closer, he's in his last year here. He's 34. This is probably his last year in general. Starting pitchers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in the 80s with 2 in the 90s. Relief pitchers, we got one in the 80s, and a closer, we got one in the 90s. So, I mean, that's a stacked lineup, yo. That is dangerous. And before I totally look into it, I want to look into other things. Numbers are where they should be, right? 99, 75, 99, 99, 15, okay. 30, 30, 30, 30, 60, 70, 85, 85, 99, 99, 87, okay. I cannot raise 10 speed with my abilities the way it is now. Okay, well, we are where we need to be, so let's, pitching goes to veteran. Let's apply those changes, and let's save the game. But we're not completely done here, 3 minutes, 22 seconds in. I want to take a much closer look into how things are going with that final pitch. And what I'm going to do, what I'm going to show you... let's do a play now, whatever, play now. Daily rosters. Oh, no, I gotta do an edit something. Not a roster update. What am I looking to do here? Create an edit player. Okay. Oops, no. Edit player. Starting pitcher. Gaussman. Okay, fine. Edit. So attributes. Pitch types. So now what I want to look at here, okay, so two-seamer, I want that to be in the mix here. So two-seamer, sinker. Okay, if not slider, splitter, circle change, but I do want something more speed, not a change-up. Palm ball, no. Fork ball, I think, would come down and in a little bit. Yeah, I'm mainly looking 2 and sink on this one. Not the 4, not the curve, not the slider, not the slurve. The changeup, I think, drops straight down, which works well with a splitter. Or a 4-seamer, fine. Knuckleball, no. Cutter, no. Circle change comes back like a 2. Palm ball, I think, drops straight. Knuckle curve comes in. Screwball goes completely backwards. 12 to 6 we have. Sweeper we have. The running fastball, I need to look at that one as well. That's important. And the Vulcan change, I think, is another straight drop. So anyway, 2, sink, and runner, I think, is my bigger That's probably one of my bigger deals right there. Fork and split. So 2, sink, and runner. Those are the main ones I'm looking at right now. And we're just going to blast all this stuff up. I don't care what any none of you says. I don't think it's going to make a huge difference as far as, like... And I mean, yeah, I'll blast up velocity, whatever. It doesn't totally make sense all the way. Well, whatever. I should try to keep it a little realistic to what I'm going to be going towards. So I'll have it around that 90-mile-an-hour mark. For right now, just blast everything up. And again, I'm going to blast all this stuff just so we see. I want a good idea of, like, the trajectory of these pitches. And yeah, I forgot about the running fastball. So if not the two-seamer, I don't think the sinker breaks back as much. It has some comeback movement, but I think the two-seamer breaks back more so. The running fastball, I think may have... It has comeback movement. I do know that. Right-handed pitching, what I'm looking at, it's absolutely part of it. Look at the velocity here, huh? That's all good. 6:50 p.m. right now. Oh, almost a rough day for me. I couldn't get going. I just had bad playoff here. Good spring training. Good conversation here with RttS coming in. I wish he and Rockman and Song all the best. Is he streaming right now? Nobody? Okay, no one in that crew. Okay, so... Hold on, cancel. And this is what, batting? I don't know, durability, max that out, that's fine. Potential, 99, alright. Pitch type, pitchability, except yes. Okay, so... Play now, daily rosters. What, play not current rosters, whatever. And so that is, as I'm taking the long way to get there, Orioles versus the Red Sox. Now, let's get something to do. Braves. No. Royals, why not? So, not the Braxton, but let's go... Okay, I guess I'll sit on the Braxton. No, I shouldn't do that. For the experienced, whatever. Like that setup. And I really want to go to Oriole Park at Camden Yards. This looks like a good old ballpark. Kind of sexy. And I'm going to go get Kevin Gausman, the number 5 man. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Ooh-wee. Okay, so we're just going to look at this really quick, just to... Oh, I should have adjusted the pitches for the normal speed that I do. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. Okay, so two-seamer. You see the movement there. It's almost pointing to the break where the black line and the yellow corner mark go. Alright, so we're not doing that. Sinker. Yeah, you see the sinker, more drop than breakaway, and I mean, where that's cute, this is all sinker, sorry. I keep going back to the sinker. Time sinker, time sinker, time sinker, okay. So, it has more drop to it than coming in on the batter. Two-seamer, that's got that comeback movement. Two-seamer. It looks like it's exactly the same spot each time. Two-seamer, yeah, that lands in the same spot. Okay, so running fastball now. Running fastball looks about the same as the two-seamer. This is all runner, all runner. I don't know if it has as much normal break to it, though. Those arrows are a little compact in there. But you see, this thing has more come-in movement than the sinker ball. Alright, let's try a fork ball, which I think, if it's not exactly straight down, it breaks away just a little. And I mean just a little. Ah, see, fork ball, yeah, it does come in just a little bit. But that's more drop than I want. I got enough drop movement. Splitter might be absolute straight down. Yeah, see, I forgot about the running fastball. So it looks like the two-seamer, let's do a two. Let's give it a couple tries. Two-seamer again looks the same. Two-seamer again looks the same. One more. You get the idea. Alright, runner. Running fastball looks about the same. And I don't know what the movement and the velocity and what that all has to do and go on with it. I know you can pitch a two-seamer much faster, I would imagine. Okay, but that sinker, like I said, it doesn't break enough. It does have more of a drop movement. It does come in. But it's more of a drop than that, not horizontal movement, but here's the runner. I think the runner and the two-seamer are pretty much identical. Okay, so that's... Totally forgot about that running fastball. And just to say that I have a running fastball. So 2FB and run. I gotta choose between those twos. But let me look into what I just did there. So edit player... Gaussman, edit. Alright, attributes, pitch types, that's okay, but velocity. Two-seamer does 97, the runner does 97. It's exactly the same in that regard. Okay, I thought there would be a difference, so... Road to the show, so let's load up. We are taking the two-seamer or the running fastball. And now, I know I'm not Greg Maddux. And I know... Man, what's my velocity going? Like, it sounds cool. He has a running fastball. I need to look into that just a couple seconds here, just a little bit. Because a running fastball, running fastball versus a cutter. Just what exactly is a running fastball? MLB The Show, it's a Reddit forum. That's good. Always wondered what it is. I like to think it's a four-seam fastball that has some run to it because of velocity and spin like Verlander's fastball, but not entirely sure. A running fastball and a two-seamer are similar. The two-seam has more downward movement, while the running fastball has more horizontal movement. If thrown by a right-handed pitcher, they both break in towards right-handed hitters and away from lefties, whereas the cutter would break opposite. Don't throw any of these online, though, on the show 18, okay. So, it's a cutter's opposite movement. And it is weird here because on the show 13 on PS3, the running fastball had horizontal movement. There was no angular break. It was flat across, which I thought was incredibly unique. How to throw a running fastball. Is a running fastball the same as a cut fastball? Well, not really. But let me just check on this. Throwing the right pitch can confound a batter and earn your team an out, or better yet, earn you a no-hitter. Okay, a running fastball is thrown by a right-handed pitcher to a right-handed batter, or a lefty to a lefty. The ball breaks or angles to the inside of the batter's hands towards the torso of the body. Pitching coach Begnazzi notes that the running fastball can be the most effective fastball pitch, especially if it is very fast and turns late in its travels. The cutter, different type of fastball that goes inside of a batter's body. Elements of confusion. Running fastball versus two-seam. Alright, there's a Google search on that right now. And again, it's Reddit, or is this video game nonsensoria? What exactly is the difference between the two, and how can I use them effectively? Two-seam is more similar to a sinker, with a little less vertical movement and generally with more velocity. How long ago was it? 6 years ago this was written. A running fastball... Oh, also a running fastball is thrown four-seam and moves a bit faster. Running fastball moves left to right out of a right-hander is like a two-seamer, but the two-seamer has more downward movement as well. So, based on the fact that I use a cutter, and I know we saw the trajectory. And you would imagine that either one could work, the two-seamer or the runner. But they make it sound like the runner and the cutter are complete opposites of each other, with more horizontal movement. Man, I don't want to waste points doing this. They looked exactly the same to me. But again, I want that two-seamer. I want something to come back in on lefties. And I think that's where I'm kind of like, you know. Because Greg Maddux, the two-seamer, he would kiss that outside part and it would just come right back in. The two-seamer and the circle changeup against a righty pitch and righty, he would just, it's too far outside, it comes back in. It's too far outside, nope, comes back in. Strike, strike, strike all day. He was a two-seam circle changeup kind of guy. This running fastball, this is a fun idea. If they say that it coincides well with the cutter, then let me do that. If it's supposed to coincide, I'm all about that. Okay, so the cutter, that's why I didn't want to take a slider. So we got the cutter, and that's a fastball with some kind of movement. 12 to 6, of course, this can drop down. It can kind of come in. It can kind of buckle away. Then you got the sweeper. Down and in movement, I love when it does a lot more horizontal, but that's breaking away. As the right-hander throws it, it breaks away. The curveball. That thing too. They all kind of coincide with each other. The 12, the sweep, and the curve. There's downward movement on the curve and the 12, but there's also drop movement. The sweeper, of course, really helps with the curveball because it can have that go-away motion. Now, I always said sinker, slider. Those are your speed pitches, and they can really confuse people. So just for the idea of it, learn a new pitch, and let's go with the running fastball. Now, if we strike somebody out and we get him in the rundown, we can also, two-seamer, we got a gesture for each. Yes, we do. Two-seamer, but let's go with the running fastball. Let's do that. It only costs $300 to buy it. Velocity, I'm not so concerned about velocity, and this shows 85 miles an hour. Control, of course, I love me some control. Wow, 8 and 8, and we're right about there. Woo! So with the remaining points, how far up the line can we get this? 6002. 65, which puts it at 88 miles an hour. Let's leave the speed down for now. So 80-80. The velocity is about 85 miles an hour. But the control and the brake, well, what if I cut down the brake a little bit? Where do we start this thing? 30? Ooh. So we can do 90. Yeah, control is a big thing for me, if you couldn't tell by now. Can't quite get 65. So, okay, Super Nintendo's the Lion King. But so we got the running fastball, control of 90 with brake of 60. The velocity is at 85, and I mean, if we're only pitching a max of 90, I'm not so worried about that right now, but control and brake, running fastball, final answer, 232 points. Can I do anything with this? Not even one speed there. I mean, I can get that to 64. It was going to go towards that anyway. Yeah, so let's just put it to brake. That's cool. 24 points. Oh, we can get 2 points of velocity. And we are completely wiped out with no more points to do. So that's kind of cool. Again, batting, I might up some contact along the way. I'm not sure. Speed, boy, to get it to 90, It takes 7,000 points. I got a ways to go here, even as I build my guy up. Stealing, well, the ability to steal. That's going to take 8,000. Speed, I think, is okay, but stealing is the ability. That should wait for later. It really should. I don't need to be a speed demon. But you know what we're going to do? User settings. Gameplay action. Veteran pitching. Beginner is batting and base running. So y'all see that's all set. That's locked in. We are with a brand new team. We're going to DC. Woof. Long episode today. About 3 hours 40 on the clock. Very long for baseball, but that's just what happens. Brand new team. That's what we got going, and, well, I'm also glad that we were able to get, get some different, equipment stuff going on here. Glove bat, batting gloves, batting helmet, batting gear, elbow guard, shin guard, runner wrist guard, no. Sleeves, it says none, but he's wearing one. Eyewear, cleats, catcher's gear, glove. But see, that piece of equipment is what? That's this compression sleeve, right? Currently equipped. Really? Arm, discipline, durability. Okay, that's fine. That's just what it is. Also wearing a wrister. Batting clutch, plate vision, and durability. That's all good there, too. Okay, no problem. That's where we're at. Got a compression sleeve going on. And it's weird that I can't readjust that. So that's just the glove of it all. Oh, that's the batting gloves. We got that looking pretty sharp. The helmet and things. Batting gear, elbow guard, yes. Shin guard, yes. Runner wrist, no. Sleeves and tape, none. Well, you're kind of lying to me now. Oh well, so I can't change that. Eyewear, pattern, cleats, catcher's gear, glove. Ah, there we go. Well, there you have it, everybody, as we go on, taking our talents to the capital. And there we go, brand new duds for Casey Braxton. Washington Nationals coming up. Not a ballpark that I would have even thought, but this team looks like it's a little too good to pass up. So there you go. Yeah, just a lot of good things. I was thinking Mets. I really was. What happened with them? But not enough good players. The Nationals, Phillies was another one, but nobody in the 80s and a lot of people on their final year of their contract. Yeah, Brewers, Cardinals were kind of a thought. LA was another thought, but maybe not yet. The Dodgers have been so good. Let me, dare I say, give another team a chance here. But running fastball, a new team, a new pitch. Oh, when does this new season start? I don't even know. So, that's just what we got. That'll be for the next time. Thanks so much for Rotmus jumping in, saying hey. And finishing move, not that it's much water, but for the gamer guys and girls out there, thanks so much. Cheers to you. Yes, it is tasty. And all that being said, MJ signing out for now. Till we meet again, everybody. I don't know when or where that's exactly going to take place, and I'm not totally sure what game we're going to be playing the next time you and I cross paths specifically, but all I do know is that I will indeed catch you down the road.